So, the first thing I want to talk about in here and how we're going to do the white shape. This is the focal point. Definitely, this is right over here. And where we're going to put this and how big this white shape is going to be. It's surrounded by the darker color, right? So I'm going to move this in a little bit more, like over here. It could be right in the middle over here. Okay, make it to be the dominant. It could be also a little bit bigger. So I have the mountain like that. I'm not going to show that much about the sky and just show it a little bit tiny more. That's probably fine. Let's talk about in this painting, I'm gonna focusing on how we're going to use the opaque white. Mostly is the gouache white that I'm using. So I will put the link in the video descriptions. After this live demo, you can go take a look at it. Yeah, this is my favorite paint, favorite brand. I'm going to try to leave as much as white. But the thinner line and the smaller shape, I'm going to use this at the end to finish this painting. Let's start using the very light color to take a look at the composition. Okay, I'm going to just use the yellow, put a little bit red, and get a little bit tiny blue color. So there's a very light blue, like a very light brown color over here. This is good. Now let's take a look and where we're going to put this main thing. So we're going to focusing on this. So I'm going to put it almost to the middle. Okay, I'm going to put it right over here. I'm going to make sure I have enough room at the bottom. It's going to make it look enough reflection. It's very interesting, right? So I'm going to put that right over here. Take a look at the bottom of the boat right over here. This is good. Not worry too much about it, and don't worry about it's gonna make a mistake. So I'm gonna have this, the end of the boat right over here, come all the way over here, focusing on one thing at a time. So I'm gonna try to put enough mark to remind myself where is the boat, and this the middle over here is right there. This is good, right? This is good, and then the next thing I'm going to do, put a little mark over here so I can ping around this area. So those are thin shape. I'm not going to leave. I'm just going to use the gouache white. Okay. So I'm going to try to put enough. Like this is a little blue color. I may not be able to keep it. If it cannot, and this is fine. Okay. No worry too much. And about the reflection, I'm going to have that little bit over here. This is the water and the reflection, like that. And those thin line at the bottom over here, I'm going to use gouache white. Okay, so make it as relaxing as possible. So this light shape over here coming down, and there's a little light shape all the way coming down over here, right? So make plan for your steps as also very important, crucial. So now it has a light shape under the boat all the way over here, horizontal, all the way to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to try to leave this. If I cannot, that's just okay. The second plan, that will be the gouache opaque white paint. Okay, this is good. All right, so I'm going to have it. That's also very, very kind of darker tone. Okay, so I'm going to see how much I'm going to make it separate. And this will be seeing all the way over here. That's the rock on the edge over here. This is good. And try not to skip this step or step too fast in the future. And then it's going to be make you worry too much things at once. Okay, so I'm going to have this a little bit over here. This is good. I'm going to move the house over here. I like the house, the light color house. If we can leave it white, that would be great. If not, again, gouache white, right? Like that. And I try to use leaving the color, but you also want to make sure you have it enjoyable painting process. You don't need to like too much tiptoe around. Okay, here we go. Coming down over here, and then have the hill coming up over here. Let's take a look. And there's gonna be, I want this side of the hill pointing to the boat. So I'm gonna have this like this, pointing down over here. So I have a little bit more cohesive connections. I'm gonna have a little bit higher over here. This is good, like that. And coming up, this is great. And have a little bit over here, make this even a little bit bigger. Now the back over here, the mountain, I'm going to use a little bit tiny more blue color, right? A little bit tiny more blue color. Now coming down, so let's gonna see. And this is mountain actually affecting the reflection. So I'm making sure around this boat, the bottom over here, I'm going to have a little enough dark color, okay? Like this. So that means on the top over here, it will going up over here, like that. Here you go. And then have a little bit distant. Those distant mountain is not affecting into the water that much. I'm also going to have a little bit mountain over there too. I think this is pretty good. I'm going to have some texture, a little bit detail over here on this side of the mountain. This is good. We're going to see how much we can do, how much we want to do. Okay, there's some tree over here, a little bit darker, like that. This is good, and there's a little bit warm color, the brown in the water affecting up over there. And don't forget that I'm going to leave a little bit white shape over here, and coming from also coming in over here, so that this big space have a little bit dividing. Okay, if you want to, you can use a little scratch, but I don't want to have too deep the indentation into the water. Okay, this is pretty good. And I think we are ready to start the painting. It's going to be fun. Okay, let's focus on the very big, large area first. Okay, let's take a look at, I'm going to do the sky. Start from the top all the way down over here. No matter where you start, and is most important, it's just about how you arrange the large, dark, and light color. Okay, that's very important. And we're going to go through this step together. Okay, let's take a look. In the sky, take a look. I'm going to have a little bit, a very light blue color. Okay, I'm going to just have a little bit light blue. Just have it right here. You don't need a lot of water. Okay, don't really need much. Okay, a little bit. Just wet it with a little bit blue color. That's coming down. This is good. Okay, can come in over here as well. This is good, like that. So not let the edge staying on the edge of that mountain. So let the color all the way coming in. I'm gonna have a little bit more red on the top over here. And judging on the reflection over here, quite a bit of red and a little bit orange color. So the top over there, you have a little bit red. Okay, a little bit red. This is good. Now this is the good timing. Just use the side of this, going through like this. Here you go. Yeah, and this is good. Have a little bit more. Okay, here you go. And have a little bit color like that. And this is fine. And you can have a little bit orange color if you want to. But I think this is pretty good. And set up the little bit foundation. I'm going to just take a little bit yellow color. A little bit yellow color. I'm going to have this direction. Put it like that. Coming in here. Oh, this is good. I like that color. And it looks very good. I'm going to keep it like that. Now, I'm going to come down to over here. Directly coming from... the whole thing is a little bit darker. So it's not just pure red color. I'm going to get a little bit blue. And like that. Coming over here. Okay, star. Working out the shape of the light. Go over here. This is good. Now I'm going to start having a little yellow. Okay. Your mind is very important. It's the most important machine that we have. Okay, over here, like that. And have a little bit soft color. That's good. I'm going to just use the water and put it a little bit like that. And here you go. Now it's have a little bit white, but it's not really standing out at the end. So now I'm going to have a little bit blue color. Here you go. Now put it into the reflection. So now it's just echoing what we have planning in the sky over there. Okay, this is pretty good. I'm going to leave it like this. And I'll come back a little bit later. Now I'm going to put our attention into the biggest shape over here. This is getting dry very quickly. So now I'm going to take a look at squint your eye. Okay, make sure you have the value correctly. So now I'm going to take a look at the blue color in the sky. Not in the sky, in the mountain. Okay, over there. Now I'm going to have a little bit red with it. That is very much the color. Okay, you're just judging on the three colors, what color it would be. And this is good. I'm going to have a little bit softer. That's totally fine. I'm going to have it like this. This is good. Coming down over here. Perfect. Now, see that color. Already create that interesting foundation of this. Now I'm going to come in here. Think about how dark, how light the color would be, right? So that's good. Don't worry. And after it dries, it's also look darker. Okay, now I'm going to have a little bit more blue and the red. Now we're going to have to get a little bit more yellow. Okay, here you go. That's good. A little bit tiny more yellow. That's just good. Now take a look at right on the top over here. Okay, and after a while, if you're using this system of observation and judging, it will be very easy to find the color you need. Okay, here you go. Coming down over here. That's good. I'm going to have this a little bit more clear because those trees and hills at the front over here is just a lot more brighter and clear. So I'm going to have that. This is good. Now I'm going to have a little bit texture over here like that. That's just good. And I'm going to overlay the color a little bit later. Okay, keep a little texture over there. And for now this is good. I'm going to leave a little bit those color right here. Now I'm going to skip a little bit. Don't touch the edge over there. I'm going to come here. And those colors, a little bit more blue, a little bit brighter. So a little bit more blue. And think about a little bit more red. Okay, start a little bit like darker color. Get a little bit more yellow. And maybe a little bit more red. So this color, this a little bit darker like this. Okay, put the color over here. And take a look. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to moving the color up. Okay. And maybe going around the house over here too. Okay, that's good. Like that. Beautiful. Okay, that's good. Okay, always think positive. Okay, here you go. Like that. And around this mountain, there's a little rock in the water over here. Now I'm going to have it up a little bit more. Okay, give a little bit gap. Okay, here we go. Now going up over here like this. That's good. And here we go. And then we're going to moving up to touch onto the top if we want it a little bit softer, and that would be great. Okay, coming over here. Coming here. Now I'm going to going around this blue shape. Okay, here we go. We can save it. That's good. Like that. Okay. That's good. That's good. Now, I'm going to clean my brush. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little bit more yellow and even a little bit orange colors. Get a little bit like that. So now is the good time. Coming back over here. Here you go. Lead the color down. Okay, here you go. Like this. That's good. Okay, I'm going to put it and create a little bit texture. That's just fine. I'm going to have a little bit tiny more red coming onto here. Okay, just tap on it a little bit. Now change the temperature. This is good. Over here. Now on the edge over here, have a little bit red over here too. Now it's good. We get some first texture in this mountain. Now I'm going to quickly come down to this. I'm going to create the little bit more, feel a little bit more brighter brown color, right? Now we're looking at this area. Okay, looking at a little bit more yellow. Definitely, I want to make it a little bit subtly lighter compared to the mountain behind. Okay, I'm going to use this and take this color first. Okay, tap on here. Look at it. Want it to be darker. Okay, get a little bit more red. Get a little bit blue. Okay, this is good. All right. Now I'm going to put it over here. It still look a little bit lighter than the color behind. This is good. Just tap on it and connect that over. And over here too, connect that over. That is great. Now, coming up over here. Here you go. The top over there definitely already dry. Okay, put a little bit like this. And here we go. Beautiful. Now, trust yourself. You can do it. Okay, here you go. I'm going to have a little bit more. Now, get a little bit more yellow. Get a little bit more red. Here we go. Now, we're going to have this a little bit tiny more. Here you go. That's, almost destroy the house. Okay, I'm going to keep that. Try to keep the house. Okay, here we go. Coming down over here. This is good. I'm going to keep there. That's good. That's good. We're going to ping around. This is good. Coming down over here. Perfect. Perfect timing. Okay, that's where we go. Now, having a little bit higher. Remove the white gap over there. Okay, this is good. Now, I'm going to put that right in here. Right in here. This is good. All right, we're working out this mountain. Okay, now we're going to make the edge a little bit interesting. Okay, now you see the separation between these two big shapes. And we're also going to have a little bit more greenish color. Okay, we're going to have a little bit green color. So now I'm going to just get a little bit blue and get a little bit yellow. That's just green. Okay, any green you want. I'm going to have this color like this. See that? That is getting a little bit green. And maybe tap over here too. I guess that separate. This is suggesting that there is just two different distance. This is a little bit more behind. Okay, this is good. Like that. Okay, this is good. Now I'm going to come in onto this side. Also put a little bit more. This is gray-green color. Okay, it's not really bright. This is good. That's good. I'm going to put a little bit over here, suggesting those trees. And also on this side, could be a little bit darker than the mountain behind. Okay, that's good. Like that. Tap on it. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, always pay the full attention to the contrast. So this is good. The back over here is just gray. I don't want to put the color too dark in over there. So this is good. I'm going to put that bottom over here a little bit darker like this. Okay, this is good so far. And now we're going to put a little bit brownish color. And here, a little bit more like a brown purplish color, right? So I'm going to get a little bit more red. Now I'm going to use this space, okay? And have that, make sure it's dark enough. So I'm going to have also use the red shade blue color, which is a little bit more like making easier for the purple color. I'm going to put this color right here. Now, here we go. That's good. And putting that right in here. Okay, this is good. I'm going to have this also come in a little bit more. Look at that. This is good. I'm going to have this come in. Just use the side of the brush. Perfect. You see how easy that can be. And okay. continue over here. Okay, coming down like this. This is a little bit purple color. Beautiful. And coming over here, coming up over here too. That's showing the color of the rock on the side. And also for this little big island, let's say the little big island over here, and have that color here too. Okay, that's good. And coming over, take a look at. Okay, that's good. The front of the boat, I keep that a little bit light. And I'm gonna go over into the other side. This is good. That's good. And coming down a little bit more over here. Okay, you don't need to be too careful or too afraid of this. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have this corner of the brush coming down a little bit more. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, that's good. All right. Make it a little bit darker. Okay, now we'll take a look at the edge over here too. Used a very similar color. Okay, here we go. Coming like this. Okay, over here too. Have a little bit this color too. Also a little bit more brown, a little bit later. So, that's just good. Like that. Wonderful. Not so hard. Okay, that's good. All right, after this, now I'm going to paint in the reflection. Okay, we're going to keep going. So far, so good. Now I'm going to have some dark color right under here, right? This is star having the reflection. It need to be a lot darker. So I'm going to mix the blue color, the red color, right? That's just good. And a little bit more blue. What we want is just a very deep color. That's just good. Right over here. That's good. Like that. It's going to be softer too, right? This is important. Okay, the top over here, that's just easy. We can paint that a little bit later, okay, with a little lighter color. Okay, put that, a little bit more red and the blue. So it's just the blue is not enough. Just the blue, it's just blue is not dark enough. So add the red into it. That make it very dark. This is good over here too. Okay, that's good. Now coming down over here, a little bit more. Look at that. That actually not the right place. I'm gonna here. That's the right place. So that means we have to use the gloss white to take care of that. Okay, that's good. Coming down over here, we put in the wrong spot. Okay, that's good. Coming over. Okay, that's good. And don't worry about the details. We come back to with the calligraphy brush. Take care of that. And by the way, it's interesting, even a member did not even know where to order the brush, the brushes that I have. Okay, I especially putting the link on the side right over here. Can you see that? Right over here. Okay, just take a look at it. And you don't have to buy these brushes. This is not very expensive, but this is what I have for every painting I do. I feel like very good for me to handle the larger shape and the small shape and in separate time manner. And I find it very helpful. These two brushes, a Chinese brush maker in China, and they produce that especially for our brand. So only can get it from our site in here. Okay, so just take a look. If you have any questions, let me know. And members live across the globe can order the brush, and we will ship to wherever you are. Okay, but for general, we only ship to the U.S. So if you have a special order, special request, also send email to me or leave it in the message. Okay, so I would come to answer you. Okay, this is good. Now we're coming down over here, and now seeing that from right at the bottom over here, we also can. Here we go, like that, coming down. This is good. Now making it a little bit darker. So obviously we're gonna have a little bit more white space on the top over here. But don't worry about. Do what you can. Okay, and we would figure out how to do the rest with other techniques. Okay, this is good. Put it like that. And coming down over here, and now we're also going to have a little bit soft color coming down. Okay, this is pretty good. And we're going to gradually, we're going to just change the color as we're going down. So first over here, I'm going to just have a little bit more of those tree. You can see those tree, actually for the tree right at the front over here. So those are the shape of those tree right here. Just use the brush like moving sideways. Okay, here you go. Give it a little bit more easy and dynamic. Okay, here you go. Like that. It's good. Like this. That's good. All right. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, now coming onto this side. And we're going to keep going. Okay, this is good. Now I'm going to have a little bit more brown color. Okay, a little bit more brown. So I'm going to clean my brush a little bit more. And take a look at this a little bit more yellow. The brown is just yellow and red, and plus a little bit tiny blue. Okay, so you're gonna judging on how much the blue color need to be based on how dark the color would be. So I'm gonna just have a little bit less, just put over here, and just moving the blue color at the top and coming down like this. And it maybe need a little bit more, tiny more. So we're gonna see. Okay, over here like that. You see, this is a reflection, or maybe a little bit darker. So now I'm going to get a little bit red, get a little bit more blue, and now get a lot more darker. You see that how easy that color can be mixed on the gold. This is good, like that. Now quickly, I'm going to changing it because this is reflected that color. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more blue. This is good, like that. This is good. Now I'm going to changing it by having a little bit more blue color. So I'm going to clean my brush. My brush have too much yellow and the red now. I'm going to take a look at. Get a lot more of those pleasant blue. Okay. I'm going to put it right here. And just the blue is not enough because it's going to be too bright. Right. So you have to get some red color into it. The red and the pleasant blue making it darker and also less bright. And maybe a little bit tiny more yellow, so it mixes with the little orange color here. This is good. Now I'm going to coming over here. Now changing the orange color back to the blue color like this. Right, this is good. A little bit coming down like this. You still see a little bit more orange color. This is good. Now coming over here and also put this color here, make it also a little bit darker. Coming back. This is good. Right, reflection. I'm going to have that a little bit coming down. Take a look over here and coming that up a little bit. That's good. Now I'm going to have change that to a little bit more blue. And going back to the color in this mountain. Okay, here we go. Coming down. And here we go. Need to be darker, right? If you want to be darker, this is good. Get a little bit more blue, a little bit red. Okay, here we go. This is good. A little bit more blue. Perfect. Now I'm going to paint the biggest shape right over here. This is good. Like that. Coming in. Okay. This is good. Like that. See that? That's just the middle over here. That's the gap. And right. This the shape. That's the light shape. Right over there. That's the light shape. I'm going to put that over here. Then that means that's the gap right over there. That's just good. Perfect. Like that. Maybe a little bit to the left. A little bit tiny more. That's good. Okay. That's good. Now, ooh, perfect. Now it's coming over here. Have a little big white gap. Okay, I'm going to keep that over here. Keep that a little bit light shape. Okay, the little light gap right here. Okay, beautiful. Like that. Great. Now I'm going to come in over here, use dry brushes. Okay, like this. Having coming in. Great. Have a little bit more over here. Like this. This is good. Okay. Now I see the whole picture come together. Very interesting. Now I'm going to have a little bit more dry brushes. So I'm going to just let go some of the pink, the paper towel. And I'm going to come in over here, just drag it over. Now I have a little big dry brushes. That's just good. Like that, little big dry brushes. Okay, here you go. Like that. That's just good. Okay. Like that. Oh, nice. Isn't it? Okay. Okay, now over here, take a look at in this area, and we probably need a little bit more darker. Get a little bit more blue. A little bit more blue plus a little bit red. So I'm not using too much water at this round. Okay, it's the whole area is still wet. So this is good. I'm gonna put this, open the brush a little bit. I'm gonna have this coming down like this. Okay, a little bit more coming down like this. Here we go. That's good. Have a little bit coming down like this. Here we go. That's just good. Ooh, I like that. I like that texture. Okay, here you go. A little bit. And then over here, I'm going to have that a little bit darker. Also coming down over here. Have a little bit darker. And here you go. Get a little bit darker. Have a little bit over here too. And still do a little bit wet. This is perfect. Okay, I'm going to have this. Also going to be a little bit darker brown color. Okay, I'm going to put this color here first to see whether or not that is enough. Okay, that looks as if pretty nice. I'm going to give it a little bit more, tiny more. Still, I have some warm color underneath. This is good. I'm going to have here all the way coming onto this side. Okay, going down a little bit. That's good. That's perfect. Okay, that's good. Like this. Going around the bottom of the bowl. Now it got a little bit deeper. A lot deeper. That's good. Okay, here you go. Like that. I'm gonna have. That's good. I think this, like in one round, we're getting a very, very good impression of how we divide the big shape into this few small shape. Okay, that's good. Like that. All right. I think this is very nice, successful. Now I'm going to clean my brush. I'm going to change the brush into calligraphy brush. Now kind of coming over here to see, we're going to continue developing the reflection over here. This is good. So I'm going to have this and a little bit nice shape over here for the trees at the front. I'm gonna have that like this, the very thin line coming over. Okay, this is good, like that. That's good. I'm gonna have a little bit more. That also suggests what we're gonna do in the mountain. Okay, this is good. Okay, I think that's the reflection. Very nice. We also probably also have a little bit more tiny red, a little bit tiny red right over here, like that in the gap over here. Just put it on. Just give a little impression. Nice. Okay, here we go, like that, and have a little bit more clean red color. Here we go, like that. Okay, give a few lines. Just get a little bit red. That's good. That's just good. And I get that nice impression of that. Okay, this is pretty good. And right at the bottom over here, now I'm going to just bring the little bit lighter blue color coming up over here. I'm going to see this is still wet, so I'm going to have those color coming up over here like this, and have a little bit lighter. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have a little bit transition right over here. You see, very easy, very easy. There's one step at a time. You don't want to do too much in one step, and it's going to make you feel a little bit overwhelmed, right? I'm going to have a little bit tiny more color, okay? At this point, you don't have to have too much paint in your brush, because it depends on what you're going to do in that step and what you try to accomplish, right? This is good right here. This is good. And I'm going to have a little bit dry brush going through like this. Okay, this is good. And we're going to come back to use the light shape after, right? Okay, on the other side, we're going to have a little bit darker color around the top of the boat. Okay, this is good. Like, take a look at that. I'm going to have it on this side. Okay, this is good. Look at it again. That side need to be darker. And coming down over here. Okay, that's good. And like this. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is good. Now we're going to paint a little bit on the other side. Okay, this is good. That's the shape of the boat. And it is coming down a little bit tiny more. Okay, that's good. And my policy come to white is I try to do that without the help of the grass white. But I'm not resist the use of the white, the opaque white. I'm going to get a little bit blue and paint the shadow side in front of the house. Here we go. Paint it over here. Now, that's good. And take a look at how dark that's supposed to be. I think this is pretty good. And we're going to paint the roof a little bit later, okay? Now I'm going to paint, the water looks pretty good. Now I'm going to coming over here and take a look at the mountain. So, I think that the shape looks very nice already. I'm going to just have a little bit orange color. I'm going to have that a little bit more texture over here, like that. Okay, this is good, like that. And over here too, have some of the area, and just make a little bit brighter. Have the little orange color on top of this. So this is hill, a little bit closer, and the other one is a little bit farther away. So it's just get a little accents color, brighten up a little bit. Okay, this is good. And I'm gonna have just a little bit yellow and the blue. So I'm gonna have that a little bit more, feeling a little bit more greenish color. So very simple. The three color can make lots of magics. I'm gonna over here too have a little green. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna give it a little bit tiny more red. And here I'm gonna have that a little bit darker. I don't want it to be too thick. Just get a little bit orange color. Just get a little bit tiny more. And for the tree at the front over here. And that's good. That's good. Okay, that's good. Like that. And now I'm gonna coming down over here, get a little bit darker color. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna just have a little bit the lighter shape on top of this hill. It could be a little bit tiny more blue color, but it's not really that bright. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna have that coming over here. And on the other side, have a little bit tiny orange color. This is good. Like that over here too. Okay, that's good. Like this, that's good. I'm gonna have this, the reflection, also the same color, right? This is pretty good, easy. And now I'm gonna come to a little bit yellow, orange color. Okay, here we go. Yellow, orange color, coming here, a little bit, like that. This is good. Okay, that's good. Have a little bit more warmer. Good. Over here, have a little bit orange color, like that. And the bottom over here, and mix that. It looks like a little bit brown color, right? And the top over there, it can be have a little bit lighter, but we don't want to have it white. White is stand out too much, take away the attention from the house and as well as the boat. So I'm going to have to have this just a little bit darker. I'm going to have that little bit brown color, like a little orange, like that, and as well as in the reflection. Okay, here we go. Okay, like this. Okay, that's just good. Now I'm going to give a little bit darker color to. It's almost there. The painting is almost come to the final touch step. Okay, here we go. Now take a look at the bottom over here. Now I'm going to make this a little bit more clear. This is the water. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to have this. This is the bottom of the water. Okay, here we go. Like that. Coming over here. Here we go. Now I'm going to coming a little bit more in over here. So now keep the reflection. Now make the this area a little bit more clear. Here we go, like that. This is good. And the bottom over here, there's a little bit straight. Okay, this is good. And the top over here can be a little bit darker. That's good. Like this. And I'm going to have just give a little bit indication of the little bit texture of the trees. Okay, that's good. Like that. And the top over here. That's good. Now I'm going to give a little bit shape behind the house. Now this is already good. Now I'm going to just put that right behind here. Okay, so make the house stand out even more. Okay, here we go. Like that. If you want, you can get a little bit more blue color, okay? If you think it's just too red, just get a little bit blue and take a look at here. That's good. Right there. A little bit clear, sharper. That's good. Now behind this, also have a little bit darker shape for the trees. Like that. This is good. It is simple, okay? Now behind this little island. So right over here, give a little bit darker, like that. Very nice. Okay. Now take a look at down over here. Now I'm going to have this a little bit more clear. A little bit, give a little bit more shape. And we can have a little bit dry brushes as well. Okay, here we go. Have a little bit shape over here, like that. Make a little bit more clear. That's good. Now I'm going to have a little bit tiny more blue color. Okay, here we go. Open up a little bit. Now take a look at the suggestions of a little bit tree. Okay, a little bit more tree, like that. There's a little bit darker. And here you go. Okay, here we go. Like that. That's good. And give a little suggestions. That's a little bit darker tree. And in layers. That's just good. Right? That's beautiful. And how easy that we can describe things in the order. Okay, that's good. Coming up. Okay, that's good. Take a look at this side of the wall. Coming in a little bit tiny more. That's good. Like that. Perfect. So this house is well described. Okay, this good. The bottom over here. Okay, that's good. All right. And a little bit dry brush, right? I'm going to open it up a little bit. Now I'm just going to have this coming down like this. Give a little texture. That's good. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have that come up a little bit. Have that little bit texture over here too. Okay, just simple. Like that. Get a little texture. And showing this island. Okay, a little bit detail. That's good over here too. Maybe also give a little bit detail. And not much, just a little bit. That's good. Like that. Very nice. All right. And getting there. Now it looks like we need to come back with another round of the flat brush painting. So I'm going to first going in to the background, and that actually the background looks pretty nice. Just need to give it a little bit tiny more. But before we go into that, we should add a little bit very light blue-gray color. So take a look at this. Look at that. A little bit more those blue. This is the good color. A little bit gray. Okay, like this. Not very dark. That's good. I'm going to put that right up over here. See that? That's good enough. It's so easy to describe. That's good. Maybe a little bit tiny more. Darker. Take a little bit blue in here. That's good. And maybe a little bit tiny more. That's good. Now I'm going to take a look at right on the side over here. Okay, here we go. Okay, coming down like this. And down over here. See that? Very light. That's good. That's good. Now I'm going to use this color. Also describe a little bit subtle details like that. Get a little bit more greenish right at the front over here. Not much, but it's very, very tiny feeling of green. When you get a little bit closer to us, it's always feeling a little bit more contrast, also brighter color, right? Oh, this is good. I'm going to have that a little bit more over here. So this is good. I'm going to get a little bit tiny more blue. Just a little bit tiny more blue. Like this. Here we go. Like this. Cover a little bit over there. And here you go. And when you're working out the larger contrast, larger relations, and you got to use this flat brush, it would make it a lot easier to describe. And over there, I'm going to have a little bit more green, so it's got the blue and the yellow, right? This is good. This is good. And I have a little bit tiny more green color. Okay, this is showing a little bit closer, okay, in the whole mountain. Okay, a little bit over here too. That's good. Beautiful. Now, maybe too bright already. So now, in that case, I'm going to have a little bit more of this mixture of the red and the blue. Now I'm going to soften that a little bit. Take it away. Okay, move this color down over here. That's good. Now feel a little bit less. Now I'm going to have this coming up a little bit. Soften that a little bit more. So remove the texture. Too much texture could be. Okay, this is good. That's very nice. Okay, keep that. That's good. And that mountain, it could be, that's fine. I'm going to just maybe have a little bit tiny more. So right at the top over here. But we don't want to make it too much. Too much. Just a little bit subtle. Okay, right over here. Like that. That's good. Maybe a little bit right here. Like that. That's just good. All right. Now, I'm going to come back to the water. I need to have a little bit darker blue and the red together. I'm going to do one more wash. Now it's already dry. So I'm going to make sure I have enough paint. Okay, this is good. Like that. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm going to do one more round. Okay, coming down over here. Coming down over here. Like that. Okay, that's good. Have that a little bit soft. And now, coming down over here, I'm going to have a little bit more orange. The orange color. Like orange-brown color again. Okay, here you go. Now, one more round to make this is a lot more comfortable. That's good. Like that. And here you go. Coming around like this. That's good. Okay. That's a lot better, right? It's so easy. Just one round of this. I'm going to have this also a little bit more subtle. That's just good. Now I'm going to add a little bit more red with this. Coming back over here. You see that? That's just good. Like this. Yeah, it will be nice. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to get rid of this maybe too much pink, too much wet. So I'm going to just let go most of the wet. I'm gonna come back over here, create that. Push the paint back a little bit. Okay, now look at that color, very soft. That's good. Like that, very nice. And this is good. And the whole thing is getting pretty good. I'm gonna remove the texture over there. And all right, I think this is pretty good. Now is the time. Oh, maybe over here, there's maybe this red color too dark. So I'm gonna light up a little bit and let go. And because it's suddenly kind of dark, I'm gonna soften that a little bit. Okay, that's good. Now, a lot better, softer. All right, maybe over here, I'm gonna just light up a little bit, lift up a little bit. I'm not going to introduce too much of value contrast here, but it just need to modify the texture a little bit with the lifting. Okay, that's good. Soften that a little bit. And now I'm going to overlay a little bit yellow and with a little red like this. Here you go. That's good. Okay, that's good. Like that. Oh, that may be too much yellow. So get a little bit red. Okay, with the blue. Okay, here you go. I'm going to have that coming down a little bit more subtle. That's good. Like that. Okay, that's good. I'm kind of coming a little bit more. Coming down a little bit. And here you go. A little bit more like that. And have a little color down there. Okay, that's good. Merge that over. Okay, and I'm gonna have just a little bit more blue color to make the back over there a little bit darker. So focus more on that detail. So I'm gonna have this area need to be just a little bit darker. That's good. Look at that. They're a little bit darker. That's good. Like that. Okay, that's good. Look at that again. Over here too. A little bit over here. Like that. A little bit tiny darker. At the bottom. That's good. I like that. Okay. Describing the relationship. Okay, that's good. Okay. That looks very nice. I can actually do a little light up a little bit. Lifting. Okay. Now here we go. I'm going to do a little lifting over here. If I can. And let's see. No, I'm not going to do the lifting, but I'm going to use a little scratching. So I'm going to use a little shape. Okay. It doesn't work right now. So good time. Now I'm going to use the white. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to apply a little white shape. Okay, I'm going to use the titanium white, gouache white. Okay, here you go. Now I'm going to work into the boat. And take a look. And this needs to be a little bit more clear, this shape. This beautiful. Okay, like that. And I'm going to make this also finish this shape right here. Beautiful. You see that? How simple that can be. Okay, I'm going to make the head of the boat a little bit more clear. That's good. Okay, coming over here. Also have a little bit tiny line like that. That's good. And this looks very nice. Okay, continue. And over here, I'm going to have the light shape a little bit higher. That's good. And this looks good already. And I'm going to take a look at the back over here. But this need to have a little bit tiny more blue color. So I'm going to use this, mix a little bit this with a little bit blue that I already have there. And for the water, okay, right over here. coming all the way. Okay, here you go. Okay, here we go. All the way. Here you go. That's good. Beautiful. Like that. It sounds very simple. I'm gonna also have a little bit coming out and then in like that. That's good. That's good. Now I'm going to draw a little line at the top. Okay, and here you go. Okay, shape that is very well. I'm going to have that little big line coming down. That's good. A little line coming this way. Okay, that's good. Like that. Wonderful. Have a little big shade on the top of the bow over here, like that, whatever that would be. And I'm going to have a little shape over here. Here you go. A little big shape. Like that. Ooh, that's very nice. And continue. A little bit sharp, a little bit more. Okay. Let's see. There's some very thin line coming up over here. There's the pink quite thick, so need to be patient. Okay, that's good. Alright. I'm gonna do a couple more thin line. Okay. Wonderful. There's another line over here. That's good. A little big shape here. Okay. Now it's getting pretty well. Now, and the reflection, I'm going to have this line, a little bit wiggle line coming down like this. Okay, a little bit more longer. That's good. Look at that. That's good. Coming down over here. This should be stopping. Okay, all the way from here down. It's a little bit clear. Now look at that. There's a little shape over here. On the top, we can also have quite a bit of shape over here. Like that. A little bit shape. A little bit like that. That's good. Now I'm going to have a little bit more shape coming down over here. This is the line. And here you go. Right in the middle over here. Okay, there's a little bit wiggle like that. Coming here, a little bit more. That's good. And coming from here up all the way down over here. That's good. Have a little bit thin line, a little bit dry brush if you want to. Like that. That's good. Alright. And I'm going to have this line over here. So I'm going to take a look at this line. Can be a little bit more straight. Okay, a little bit more persistent. Okay, it's already pretty good. I'm gonna have it over here coming in a little bit more, a little bit dry shape like that. And while we're doing that, there's also seeing some little light shape over here too, but it's going to be get a little bit blue color, so I don't even want to be just pure white, right? This is good. A little bit. Okay, here you go. Some thin line right here, like this. Take a look at again. Okay, here we go. Like a very thin line. That's good. Like that. Come over. Oh, that's nice. And maybe see the little big bird over here, like that, coming up. Okay, here you go. Just a little big shape. That's good. Like that. And I'm gonna come back to keep a little bit color to the boat and some red color, right? So I'm gonna take a little red. It's very simple. And take a look at that in the bottom over here. We're gonna put this red color. Okay, here you go. A little bit more pink. Okay, and over here, coming over. Look at it again. Okay, beautiful. Now have a little bit thinner, broken, coming all the way over here. Coming that. That's good. And have some reflection over here. And you can have a little bit more gray color if you want to, but this is good. I'm gonna have a little bit, so seeing that could be the water, and like that. This is good. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit red color on the edge over here, and maybe a little bit red right on the top over there. This is good. I'm gonna have a little line, a very thin line coming over. I see that the boat looks very nice, and maybe a little bit tiny in the reflection in the water. When I have that over here, like that, okay, a little bit more over here, like that. That's good. And I'm gonna have a little bit blue color on top of that. Here we go. Get a little bit blue. Okay, that's good. Just the blue. Okay, now I'm gonna put it as just a little sail on the back over here. That's good, like that. And here we go. I'm gonna have this a little bit blue, like that. Simple, easy. I'm gonna get a little bit more, tiny more blue. Okay, maybe have a little bit tiny darker. Okay, like this. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now over here, I'm also gonna use a little bit more reflection. The showing. That's also the reflection of the blue sail, like that. This is good. And also gonna have a little bit tiny of the white, light blue color, like over here. And I'm gonna have that a little bit tiny, like that. That's good. Over here too. Like that. Put a few line over here. That's good. And over here, a little bit few line. That's good. Okay, that's good. A little bit soft, a little bit thin color over here too. Okay, this is great. Now you see the boat. Very interesting. Maybe this is too much, so I can just light it up, wash it a little bit softer. Okay, very good. Very well done. Now I'm gonna have a little bit white. Now I'm gonna have just a little bit more white shape, a line, very thin line over here. Okay, see that a little bit coming down. Okay, that a little bit thin. You don't have to do all the way. That's just good enough. Okay, that's good. And this line need to be a little bit higher. So I'm gonna actually seeing this line a little bit higher. Just add a little bit tiny more. Okay, that's good. Like that. Okay, and now I'm gonna finish the house on the other side. And here we go. Just get the roof and have a little bit red color for the roof. Okay, here you go. Take a look at that. Right here, like this. That's good. Like that. And the top can be a little bit darker. Cut it down. So we're gonna come back for that. I'm gonna just paint a little bit gray color for the windows. I don't want it to be black and white, and I don't want it to be too standing out too much. So I'm gonna have this just a little bit window over here. Okay, like this. That's good. Okay, a little bit window over here too. Like that. That's good. On the other side, also I have a little bit tiny window. So this color doesn't need to be so much. Maybe one window. I don't want to have too many windows. Okay, like that. That's good. Right? Now look like the house. Okay, the top. Now I'm going to use a little bit darker color and to create a little bit more clear the top of the roof. Okay, that's good. Like that. Here we go. Right over there. Okay. And cut a little bit over here. That's good. And at the bottom, on the edge, doesn't need to be so dark. So I'm going to have that a little bit tiny line. Here we go. A little bit tiny more line, like that. Okay, that's good. Over here too, a little bit. I think looks very good already. Maybe on this, a little bit more clear, like that. That's good. Like that. And fine tune a little shape over here. Okay, that's good. And maybe just add a little bit tiny shape over here to kind of like a little bit texture over here. Some tree, some shadow of the tree. Okay, a little bit over here, like that. Okay, that's good. All right, and I think this painting is. Now I'm going to have the front over here also have some texture. Okay, some little bit small texture, like that. That's good. Okay, that's the water shadow. Okay, here you go. Like that. Okay, a little bit more. That's good. All right, and then this painting is finished. Now we're going to the next painting. Now let's take a look. We can need to a little bit calibrate that a little bit more and see whether or not that is still in the correct spot. Okay, that's good. Okay, not too bad. Okay, let's see. And move it a little bit tiny more onto this side. This is good. All right. Okay, not bad. And maybe up a little bit. That's good. Now take a look at our next painting. So this is a very interesting painting. Take a look over here. That is has a window, and you can see through it. So in the window area, it's a very consistent, like a mask. So force attention to looking through the window. So let's do a little bit composition. I'm going to take a look. Here you go. Use the calligraphy brush. Okay, and how big's the window? So I want to take a look at. Maybe I'm going to make the window just a little bit bigger, like that. Maybe the window is taking almost half of the width of the paper. So I'm going to just take any color you want. Get a little bit water. So do a little bit drawing. Okay, here you go. Look at that. Okay, left to the right side. Okay, open up a little bit more. Just think about. Give a little bit more dedicated time to this side. Okay, here we go, right here. And on this side, I'm gonna have this much right here, like that, coming up, down. And then take a look at the top, bottom and the top. I'm gonna have the top over here, like that, coming over. Is that right? This is good. The bottom. And over here, like this. Okay, I think this shape is pretty good. And okay, I'm gonna give a little bit tiny more. I'm gonna have that over here all the way. Okay, look at big, think big at this point. Okay, coming down over here, this is good. Coming down over here, have a little gap, like that. Pretty nice. Now take a look at the top over here. Take a look at that right in here. Coming up a little bit, texture coming over here now. Here we go. Coming down like this. Okay, a little bit coming down like that. And take a look at the texture over. And here you go. You see a little gap. And then there's another rock over here. This is good. Coming down like this. That's good. Right, this is good. And focusing on big and as big as you can think about. Okay, this right here. All right, now I'm going to have this coming up. Have a little bit texture. So those is going to be very important. We can paint the larger shape first. We always paint the larger shape. So establish the largest impression before we go into think about the smaller area details. Okay, this is good. Like that. And over here, I'm going to come a little bit outer, a little bit more like this. That's good. And here we go. A lot more texture in the middle over here. Okay, that's good. And in here, there's a little break. That's good. And on the top, we can actually have a little bit C in the top over here, the window sill. Okay, here you go. That's good. Like that. And this is the outside frame. Now let's take a look at the boat, the fishing boat in the outside. I'm going to just get a little bit blue color like this and do a little drawing for that. So let's take a look at. I'm going to have that. It says right in here, this much. Okay, that's good. You can make it a little bit bigger if you want to. And depends on how much distance that you want to establish. That's the side. And I'm going to have the boats come up a little bit. So you see a little bit more space at the bottom. So this is good. Like that. Here we go. And have a little shape that looks like the motor and the end over here. Okay. That's good. Like this. That's good. And see a little big shadow shape. Put it there. There's a little big shape over here. That's good. And a little big shape on this side. And there's a reflection from the water. That's good. Like that. At the top over there can be a little bit lighter. So here we go. Right now it just create the simple structure of the whole painting. I'm going to have that a little bit more of just the red shade blue color. That's good. Have that. That's good. Oh, okay. And I know there's something we need to revise it. So make that a little bit more lighter. We're going to repaint that a little bit later. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have that lighted up. That's good. And come back a little bit later. So let's continue to create that. The top of the boat, it will be right here. Here we go. On the other side. And like this. And take a look at the sail. And the sail folded. Okay, right in here. Okay, like that. And keep that little light shape in between. That's good. Like that. That's good. And have a little blue color over here. And that's good. Some other shape. We're going to look into all the small shape a little bit later, but not right now. Okay, we just put a little bit impression. That's good enough. Now we'll take a look at the top over here. Okay, and then some light shape coming down. So again, if we can leave some of the light shape, this is good. If not, no worry, we can use the gouache white to take care of that later on. Okay, this is good, like this. All right, now I'm going to take a look at the mass from the middle all the way coming up right over here, all the way coming up over here, like that. All the way coming down. That's just good. Some a little bit of those line like that. So the little boat in the distance, I decided to let it go. I don't need to have that. Okay, this is good. And seeing this, the ocean, the horizon line, I do want to decide it and right to see where is it. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, like that. Just a little bit higher. Like that. That's just pretty good. Okay. I'm going to have this softer coming down like this. All right. Now this is the composition. It's already done. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint the window first. Paint the outside. Okay, here's what we're going to do. And take a look at what color is it, okay? And I'm going to put this a little bit blue color, a little bit kind of blue, a little gray color. So get that. Get this. This is good. And squint your eye. And maybe have a little bit tiny more red. Okay, have a little bit more like that. This is great. I'm going to have this color right in here. Get S1. I'm going to have this all over because the brown color again, in the other lessons I talk about, the brown color actually contains the blue, right? So you don't need to worry too much about the leaf painting around. That is good. Now I'm going to come with a little bit more red shade blue color. And I mix these two blue color together to get it the middle temperature. Okay, have it right over here coming down like that. This is good. We're gonna keep the horizon line softer like that. Okay, here we go. Like that. This is good. All right, wonderful. Okay, like this. Making sure it's horizontal. Now I'm gonna painting on over here. I try to keep some of the light shape as much as we can. Okay, this is good. And those are small shape, I don't need to keep it. I just paint around over here. But the body of the boat, I'm gonna keep it. Here we go. There's some little light shape in the reflection. I'm gonna keep it. So a little bit more. Oh, this is good. Okay, a little bit more shape like that. And take a look onto this side. Little light shape. Here we go. Painting around here. Painting around over here. And the middle over here has the color of the water. Like this is pretty good. Now I'm going to come in, continue. And the same thing, same deal. I'm going to have those color all the way coming to the wall. Okay. Here we go. Now I come a little bit closer. I'm going to have the color a little bit more, a little bit brighter. And also a little bit green shade. I'm going to just put the green shade right in here. Like that. Okay, have that color coming all the way to the edge. Okay. Make sure the texture, having a nice texture like that. I'm going to have this coming all over. This is good. Make sure that is coming over like this. Nice. Okay. I think this is pretty good. And seeing the outside, the texture is very good in the water. And I can paint all the way coming down like this. And I have a little bit more up there. And actually, on the bottom over here, can have a little bit lighter. Okay, like this. Okay, that's good. All right. This is pretty good. I can also have this a little bit later. Like that, a little bit later. Light up a little bit for the reflection. That's good. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna have, that's good. A little bit later. You can use the lifting. That's good. All right. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start testing the brown color. Okay, I'm gonna have that. Just take the red color, you see, I'm gonna mix it with the blue color together and get a little bit yellow color. Okay, get a little bit yellow color from the side over here. Here we go. Now this color is look more like a brown. This is good. Now testing the color. This is pretty good. It's gonna be darker like that. So get a little bit more yellow, a little bit more red if you want to make it a little bit more warmer color. Okay, so I don't have to paint into the edge over here too close. And I'm gonna have this right over here. This is good. I'm gonna have it, I'm gonna come back to make the edge. So don't have to do that. So keep that a little bit softer and come back to do that a little bit later. I'm gonna have the bottom over here, come all the way here. This is good. And all right. And then coming the top over a little bit higher. This is good. Like that. And coming onto this side. Okay. Also, just paint that in. And in the right in the middle over here, get a little bit tiny more red. Okay, here you go. Here we go. Look at that. Coming over here. And the sky area is already dry, so not worry about. But get to the water. You don't want to get too close. Okay, it just leave a little bit shape. So okay, so it's gonna be soft over here. So I'm gonna come back to give a little bit more clear, define in a bit. Okay, that's good. Like that. And all the way to the top over here. Let's see. From here. Let's see the top. If we can do that like a once. And we can create that nice top. So I'm going to have a little bit more. Look like a little bit warmer. A little bit brighter color. And here you go. But important is darker. I'm going to also get a little bit blue. A little bit red. Okay, here you go. And when you get a little bit blue, you know that you make the color a little bit more gray, right? That's good. And here you go. Now I'm going to just have this a little bit texture, a little bit zigzag. Okay, like this. That's good. Now, that's good. We are creating the dome. Okay, here we go. Like that. Come a little bit more. Wonderful. Now I'm going to get all the way coming crossover. That's good. Now we make this very interesting. Now I'm going to have this also. Have a little bit gap texture. Okay. Looks pretty good. And this coming down. And coming over here. Okay, that's good. Now getting dry very soon. It may be ready. It's ready. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna taking this color, the same color, coming back over here. Here we go. And if it's not ready, find other things to do, and just a matter of a few minutes, it would be ready for you. Okay, here you go. Coming down over here. Tap the color in here. Here we go, like this. Here we go. That's good. And coming to the bottom over here. Ah, wonderful. You see that the edge looks nice. So I'm gonna have a little bit more orange color. So to get the red and the yellow color a little bit more, because this is have quite a bit of blue already. So here we go. Get a little bit more. Coming closer. That's good. Right over here. Okay. Coming down over here to the edge. That's good. All right. Now coming onto this side. And it's already ready. This is not 100%, but it should be doable. So get a little bit more red. Think about this, the blue color. The blue color can combine this color together. Okay, I come out a little bit more because that's a little bit out a little bit. That's just fine. Just do what you want. Okay, it can be any shape. Okay, that's good. Like that. Okay, coming a little bit more in here. A little bit more in here. Okay, like that. And maybe out a little bit. Like this. That's good. That's good. Like that. Very nice. And then coming to the bottom over here. And there's some gap. And give a little suggestions. A little gap like that. Okay. And the top over here. And there's still a little wet on the top over there. So I'm going to come back a little bit. So I'm going to take a look at. Just have a little red and the blue. Just make it a little bit darker. Just draw a little bit detail, a little gap over here. And top over here, the bottom. Here you go. A little bit darker. Like that. And here we go. Now I'm going to over here. That's good. Like that. A little bit. Okay, that's good. Okay. Coming here, little gap. Okay, this is good. Very simple. I'm gonna coming down over here, and you don't have to make it so clear though. The reference maybe is clear, but it can be, it can be out of focus because your focus is in the object through the window and the outside, right? I'm gonna get a little bit blue, a little bit darker. Right at the bottom over here. That's good. Like that. That's good. All right. A little bit through the other side. Like that. This is really good. And a little bit darker color over there. And the bottom over here. Also a little bit darker color over there. Okay, this is good. Okay, that's good. Like that. A little bit darker. A little bit darker over there. So time to do a little bit overlay wash and also a little bit wet into wet. So over here, I'm going to have a little bit darker. So focusing on the larger connection, the larger area, okay? Not in the small, like the area of the boat is not yet. So I'm going to have this a little bit darker color because it's still a little wet. I prepare that it's still going to be a kind of fade into the surrounding. That's just good. And down over here and the bottom. That's good. A little bit crack over here. Just use a corner. A little bit. Like that. That's just good. That's good. A little bit texture. Like that. That's good. Okay. That's good. I can have the dry brush. Okay. I'm gonna a little bit. I'm gonna have that over here. And I'm gonna have that little bit coming across over here. That's good. And the bottom over here a little bit darker. Like that. And that's good. And the bottom over here can be a little bit tiny more, but you don't have to make it exactly that color. That's just fine. I'm going to take this color and I'm going to merge this together. This shape. Here we go. Merge that. Okay, that's good. Merge that. That's good. And I'm going to have this Also, there's a little bit softer on this side, but also on this side can be a little bit different color. Okay, here we go. That's wonderful. Like that coming down over here. So wonderful. I'm gonna have that a little shape. That's good. Coming over. And this looks good. And some texture under this side. Okay, here you go. Little texture. Little bit texture. Like that. Have a different angle. That's fine. Now look at the top over here. Now we're gonna apply a little texture over here. That's good. And here we go. Okay, here we go. Like that. Nice. That's good. Coming over. And a little softer on this side. That's good. You see the flat brush really making things coming together a lot easier. I'm going to get a little bit tiny more blue color. Now here we go. I have a little bit more blue color like this. Have a little texture because this is right in front of us. It's okay to give it a little bit more extra. That's good. Okay, that's good. And the top, and I'm going to have a little bit blue because it's getting quite a bit of affected by the outside. So I'm going to have this. Like that. This is pretty good. Right, I'm going to have a little bit more blue. A little bit more blue. Okay, coming right here. That's good. And coming to the other side. Okay, here we go. All right, that's good. And I can have a little bit darker. Add that little bit darker color right here. That's good. And right on the edge over here, I can also have a little bit darker here too. And that's good. All right, a little bit texture right over there. That's good. All right, wonderful. That's good. Okay, now a little bit darker over here on this side too. This is fine. Oh, maybe the window can be a little bit darker, so we can actually have another layer of brown color. Okay, so this is, here we go. That's a little bit, so it also bring a little bit more texture to this too. Okay, have that. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit texture over here too. That's good. A little bit on the outside over here. That's good. A little gap over here. And I can have this a little bit texture over this rock as well. And that's good. Okay, and over here, a little bit brown color, a little bit texture. That's good. You see the window looks nice, and we almost can stop the window at this point. And I'm going to get the calligraphy brush, get a little bit deeper on the edge. Okay, here we go, right here, like right at the edge over here. You see that? We can make it a little bit more darker, and over here too. Describe the connection a little bit more. That's good. Have a little bit over here, coming out over here a little bit more like that. That's good. Okay, and I'm going to get a little bit deeper color, but it's drier. Okay, make it a little bit dry. So I'm going to just set it here. I know this is still wet, so but when you have the color dry enough, and it fade, but they're not going to fade that much or fade that far. Okay, that's good. Like that. And take a look on this side. Okay, that's good. And also, and a little bit more. And coming over like that. This is good. And the bottom over here, make a little bit sharper, a little bit darker, like that. This is good. Also over here, we can have little bit, but we don't want to make it like too much jump out, just a little bit more like that. That's good. And see, I'm gonna have that a little bit just at the edge like that. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to give a little bit more yellow and red. Yeah, and get a little bit blue. Here we go. I'm gonna have a little bit texture coming here. Here we go, like that. Here we go, that's good. Okay, and coming over here. That give it a little bit more darker texture. That's good. This good. Okay, wonderful. Like that. Make the feeling of the materials a little bit more appearance. That's just good. Okay, real wonderful. And a little bit more dry brush coming down here. Oh, that's good. A little bit more dry brush. A little bit over here too. Let's keep a little bit few texture. Like that. Okay, over here too. Make that a little bit more clear and minute in the edge. I don't want to make it feel like it's a mistake. It's just not a mistake. Everything is intentional, right? That's good. Okay, put the color in here a little bit softer. Okay, this is good. I'm going to get a little bit darker at the bottom over here. And then we're going to go into finish the boat. This is the easy part. I'm going to have that right over here. That gap. That's good. Look at that. There's a little bit darker color over there. And right over here. That's good. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Maybe a little bit gap over here. Okay. All right. Good enough. I'm gonna have a little bit blue. Just make this a little bit more blue into it, because this may be too bright. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now, let's see. On the top over here. And I'm going to make that just a little bit more separate from the water. Okay, here you go. Like that. This is good. I'm going to have a little bit lighter. Not so much. A little bit lighter. Like that. That's good. Okay, coming over here. That's good. Like that. And on this side, it can be a little bit lighter on the top. That's good. Like that. I'm going to have a little bit darker. Just think about this. Only these three colors, okay? Keep thinking about these three colors. What can I do with the three colors, okay? How can I mix the color you want? Okay, that's good. It's very simple, okay? It's a system that make you to do things so easy. So I'm going to make the color thinner. Okay, a little bit, open up the brush a little bit. Now I'm going to just have this dry coming down a little bit. Okay, that's good. And coming down a little bit. Like that. Coming down a little bit. That's good. Okay, that's good. Let's make it a little random. That's important. Okay, like that. All right. Okay. Okay. That's good. And all right, I think we are good. Have a look at texture on the top. Now let's take a look at how we're gonna paint the boat. I think the water is pretty good. The horizon is good. And now I'm gonna take a look at some bright colors. I'm gonna take just a little bit blue over here. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a little bit more clean space. So I'm going to take a look at over here. I'm going to make the little clean space and take a look at right here, because we want some very bright blue color, right? That's good. take a look. A little bit more brighter. That's just good. Now I'm going to take a look. And also think about how dark the color would be. Very important. And let's take a look at right over here. I'm going to make that color jump out a little bit more. Okay, that's just good. And we'll also have this color right here. Jump out a little bit more. And also the side over here and the bottom, and have some reflection coming up like this. That's just good. Coming a little bit more in. Okay, also a little bit deeper color. Okay, like this. Here we go. And coming onto this side, and a motor over there. So now, see, I'm gonna just use the water, soften that coming up a little bit. That's good. That create the illusion. That's good. A little bit over here. Now on the other side, also have this the big side over here. That's good. That's good. Like that. Beautiful. Now I'm going to have this side a little bit more greenish color, also a little bit darker color on this side. And I'm going to have a little bit more yellow mixed into it, right? That make it a little bit more green. That's just good. Simple. Simple, 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 right? Everything can be simple, okay? Just if you think simple, it will be simple, okay? And the bottom over here, I'm going to have a little bit darker. Okay, a little bit darker. Okay, right here. Right over here, the bottom, okay? And also the wet pink all the way coming down to the bottom over here. Okay, and then over here, this is good. And I have a little bit more brownish color over there. But the top, I'm going to light it up a little bit. Okay, okay. It need to be lighter. But it's okay. You can also leave it for the gouache paint to take the job. Okay. And get a little bit the French ultramarine. A little bit this color down over here. That's good. And this in here a little bit. And that's just good over here a little bit brighter too. And then on the post over here, have a little bit more of that blue color. And the tip over here, like that. And that up over here, have a little bit, and have a little bit darker color. And this is good. I'm going to get a little bit brown color. See how easy to get all those together. Okay. And observation, very important. That's just good. Okay, a little bit brown. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, that's good. Have a little gap over here, and the shape is a little bit different, but it's okay. A little bit over here, a little bit shape over there, and then coming up over there. And here a little bit more gray, brown color. And we're also going to make some really deep and darker color up over there. So here you go. Just add that two color together. Here we go. And over there too. And we have a little bit darker color over here too. And like that. And this is good. And the edge over here. And over here a little bit darker too. And now in the bottom. Here we go. Now I'm going to get a little bit brownish color at the bottom over here too. And take a look at that. There's a little bit brown color. And like that. And down over here, we can see a little bit more like a blue-gray color. Here you go. And like this. And right over here, we see that there's a little color here. Then have a little bit round shape. That's good. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have the reflection over here. That's the water. Yeah, and I'm gonna get a little bit bluish. Okay, I'm also gonna get a little bit water effect. Okay, here you go. Like this. This is good. And coming over here. And I can have that, some line over here. Here we go. And make it feel like this is the water movement right over there. Okay, here we go. Coming over here. All right, this is pretty good. You're getting there. And then we're gonna continue adding a little bit more shape over here. There's a little bit shape over here. You know, if you understand the boat, this is great. If you don't bother. Just continue observing the shape. You don't have to go on the boat before you can paint the boat, right? I'm gonna have a little bit shape coming over here. This is good, right there. Now I'm gonna have a little bit red for the for what is that called, right? This is a little bit for the safety. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have that right over here. That's good. That's good. All right, now I'm gonna have a little bit gray color. That's coming here. A little bit more, a little bit blue. This is good. Look at that. We're gonna have a little bit shape right here. Okay, here you go. They're getting the shape nicely. And here we go. A little bit shape over there. And now we're gonna have the mask coming up. Okay, the mask is a little bit blue. So I'm gonna take a look at the blue. How big, how dark is the blue? I'm gonna get these two blue color together. Okay, this is good. And a little bit more red shade blue color. That's good. Now I'm gonna take a look. That's like this, coming down here. Okay, a little bit straight, coming all the way. Hold your breath. Okay, coming all the way down over here. Okay, that's good. Like that. A little bit shape. Now I'm gonna have a little bit softer. Just use the water to soften that a little bit. And here you go, a little bit softer. Here you go. Okay, nice. Now I'm going to draw some lines, and then I'm gonna have some white shape, and then the painting, it will be great. Now I'm gonna take a look at it here. I would say on the outside over here, actually I have a little bit shape, and like a purplish color. Okay, here you go. That's good, like that. And then I can just use this color and take a look. And that is a white line coming over here. Here you go. Like all the way over here. This is good. And coming down over here, it says practice your static hand. Okay, coming down all the way. Could be just use one line, one hair on your brush. Going down over here, that's good. Okay, coming down all the way here. Like that. This is good. And the shape over here. Down over here, this is good. And the edge over here. And this is good. And I'm gonna have some even darker color. And a little bit darker. Just get the blue. And the red color. You see, this whole painting, the critical part is not the boat. The critical part is getting all the connection of the larger shape together. And that is the most critical, right? And you define the balance. Okay, here we go. That's good. And the bottom over here can be a little bit darker, like that. Have a little bit darker shape over there. A little bit darker shape over here. And this is good. All right. And then on the left side, we can draw a little bit thin line. And have some very, very little light color. Little light gray color. Okay, that's good. Okay, now let's take a look. And that's the line coming up from here, all the way coming up. A little bit careful. Now, hold your breath. That's good. Okay, that's good. And I'm gonna, this color may be a little bit too dark. It's got a little bit light blue color. Okay, that's good. And coming down. That's good. Also, a little bit line coming from here and down. That's good, like that. Beautiful. A little bit down, like this. A little bit more clear, this line. Okay, some line over here, like that. Okay, that's good. And some line a little bit softer, like that. Okay, that's all right. Now we're gonna go to have some white shape. Okay. Now just take the pink, the white paint directly from the tube. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now let's take a look at. First, I'm gonna do this. Okay, that's wonderful. And onto this side, coming down over here, and some line from here, drag it over here. You don't have to make all those clear, okay? Just a little bit unclear, that's fine. I'm gonna have that line like this. That's good. And a little bit light shape over there. And a little light shape over here. And this is good. A little light shape over there too. All right, that's good. And now let's take a look. And there's a little light shape right here. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have this shape from here all the way coming down. Like that. Wonderful. And just need to make plan that how you're gonna accomplish each of the task and what technique you're gonna use, right? I'm gonna have that a little bit white shape over there. That's good. And then we're gonna have some line. Okay, here you go. And that shape over here too. Look at that shape right over here. And a little big shape like that. This is good. Okay, a little big shape over here. Like that too. That's good. A little light shape over here too. And that's good. And there's a little shape here. And here we go. That's good. This a little bit lighter. All right. Now I'm gonna also give a little bit suggestions of the sails. Yeah, so the sail folded down over here. And now I'm gonna have some light line. Okay, this could be a little bit, I don't want to make it too thin, so it could be a little bit challenge. So I'm gonna draw this line over here. That's good. Like that, and then have a little line coming over here as much as I can do. Okay. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna soften my brush a little bit, and coming down over here, and like that. That's good. And let's see. A little bit thicker over here, and there's a little bit over here, and I'm gonna add a little bit there's a little bit blue color. Here you go. I'm gonna have that give that suggestions of that in there. This is good. That, but it's not really that clear, so I'm gonna have a little bit blue going over here like this. Here we go. Now a little bit more. Maybe the bottom, get a little bit more blue right over here like that. Okay, a little bit more clear. That's good. And in the middle over here, get a little bit red. Add a little bit over here, a little bit shape. And I also have a little bit green color over there. It's beautiful green. And kind of have a little bit green right over here. That's good. Like that. And this is good. And I think this painting is finished. And maybe a little bit tiny line over here. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. You can draw a little bit thin line. Oh, beautiful. Very successful. Okay, that's good. Like that. And I have this a little bit more clear. Okay, like that. That's good. And coming over here. Let's just get this a little bit more, that bright color a little bit more. And let's see. Right, on this, I'm going to have a little bit tiny more blue color. Okay, here we go. A little bit more clear, like that. Here you go. Now separate that from the top. And I can actually have a few lines over there. Okay, here you go. Have a few lines over here. That's good. Over here, a little bit darker. Okay, like this. Okay, here we go. And the bottom over here, a little bit darker. Here we go. A little bit more clear. Okay. Okay. Looks very well. And let's work on to our next painting. Here we go. I'm going to put it up over here first. And then we're going to see, is that their position is good. I'm going to just use a little nitty eraser. Just put it up over here. And do a little testing, okay? And it still looks pretty good so far. And I'm going to take a look. And the easel could change a bit. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna moving a little bit more onto this side. This is good. Left side, the right side. So now I'm going to have moving that coming down a little bit more. I want to take a look at that. Okay. A little bit more to the left side. Okay, that's all right. I'm going to move this out a little bit, in a little bit over here. Okay, that's good. Right there. Now, moving it come down a tiny more. That's good. Okay, now let's take a look at our next painting. Okay, and let's see. And this painting kind of interesting. That have a few boats together. And how can we arrange that? That's the reflection is very important. Let's see. The top over here have some of the on the other side. We don't have to keep those. We focus on these three boats. One over here, one the main boat, and a little big boat over here. We can move this up a little bit, so this a little bit shy. The reflection is very interesting. Okay, I'm going to show you how to paint and arrange the different a few boats in the composition. Okay, let's take a look. Mostly kind of green color, so I'm going to take that yellow with the blue together. Now I'm going to take a look at, since I'm not going to include some of the scene and the buildings and on the outside, okay. So now I'm going to take a look at right in here. I'm going to have a little bit space at the front, so you don't have to have feeling so tight. So I'm going to have it here and coming on this side, the reflection over here, and like that. Plan that a little bit more. So let's do that. Put it over here, and then take a look at. Okay, think about it first. And coming down all the way over here. Okay, all the way over here. And up over here, that's coming exit there. So here we go. And make it more painterly, okay? That's fine, okay? Don't worry about this being, have to be very precise. So let's take a look at, and the top over here, the shape, okay? Like that. So pretend you are actually doing the plein air. By the way, speaking of plein air, I am teaching in July in Italy, and for a week of plein air paintings in a place called Watermill. This is good. This is the location, and I can also try to keep the lighter color if you want. Okay, this is good like that, and I have a little bit shape over here, a little bit lighter. So we're gonna try to make it as fun and quick as possible. This is the look like a sword over here. This is the light shape. We're gonna keep that coming all the way over here. Okay, this is good. Like that, the sword over here, and we're gonna have this a little bit tiny more higher. Okay, right over here, like that. This is good. And right, wonderful. And the safe right here, that's good. And there's another over here, the couple more, like that. A little bit smaller. That's just good. Like that. I'm going to see the other side of this, the edge of the boat going over there. This is obviously we're getting there very, very quickly. So you may be feeling kind of, how can I draw with confidence? So that it need more practice on the drawing, the observation. Okay. And then in our learning center, we have drawing basics. So pay attention and spend some time on that, and so get your drawing skill. Okay, that's good over there. This looks pretty good. Now we're gonna take a look at the reflection. This is very easy. I'm gonna just put a little reflection suggestion over here. There's over here like that, and over here make sure that it's going to the same vertical line like this, okay, like this, and this is the area for the reflection. Okay, this is good. Let's take a look at this boat at the front over here. Okay, this is good. This boat, I'm gonna move it a little bit more in, so I'm gonna have it in a little bit more here. Okay, can make it a little bit bigger, a little bit closer to us if we want to. Okay, have that coming down over here, and the edge and the reflection, and like that. So a little bit more pointing the direction into the main boat. Okay, this is good like that, and wonderful. This is pointing to that, and that's become the dominate. But the dominate doesn't have to be so big. Okay, now this is a little bit bold over here on this side. I'm gonna move it that in a little bit. So I'm going to put that in. Okay, that's good. I'm going to get all the way over here. That's good, like that. And I have, what is that cover right here? I'm going to have the dark brown color onto this side, like this. That's good. Some wood vertical line, and very important vertical line in painting. Okay, and make sure you have enough. I think this is pretty good. I think we can start painting. Okay. And when we started, we always use the 1-inch calligraphy brush. And now let's take a look at the larger area. Okay, all the larger area. What is this the area that actually making the most important and the weight. So I'm gonna have this coming like this. Okay, coming over here. So I have a little bit soft color. This is good. Coming all the way in here. That's good. Coming a little bit more like this. Coming over here through. Okay, have a little bit the reflection of the things at the top over there. So I'm gonna actually have a little bit more brownish colors. Okay, like that. So I'm gonna make it feel like, oh, there's something over there. And whatever that would be, could be building, could be objects. So I'm going to just put that color in like this. That's good. So all the color over here is going to be darker than the outside, so you don't need to worry too much about. Okay, take a look at it, and I'm going to get that a little bit more up there. That's good. All right, the reflection, the green actually have the blue in it, so not worry too much about that. So that's coming over here, and there's some water ripple and the front over here. So now I'm gonna let go of this, so don't let it staying at the top over there too much. Okay, that's good, like that. Let's see. Don't worry too much. You're gonna have a little white reflection right over here. Like that. So keep a little white in this. I'm gonna have that a little bit and a little bit more blue color. Okay, take a little bit more blue. Okay, this is good. A little bit more blue. Here we go. Like that. A little bit shape changing. Okay, right here. And more blue. Yeah, squint your eye if you want to see the true value of the color. I'm going to have that a little bit darker here too. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to have that a little bit over here. Have the water as it's moving like that. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's good. Okay, and a little ripple like that is fine. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, what I'm going to do, this is still wet, so I'm going to keep that, let it dry, and this is still wet. I'm not going to do anything over there either. And right now, I'm going to remove some of the wet at the top of the paper. My paper is like about 50 degrees upright, so and the wet will always going down to the painting. Okay, so you need to remove those, and as well as the bottom, remove that, so don't get the wet back into the painting. This is good. Now this is the most critical part, right? This is getting dark. Okay, it's going to be even darker. So right now, I'm going to get a little bit yellow color. And I'm going to get the green color of the boat. This is good. I'm going to have this. This is good enough. I'm going to have this right over here. That's good. Like that. That's good. Beautiful. And all right. No worry about it. This is going to be even darker. Going to become. Okay. Okay. Here you go. Those red color, I'm going to paint it on the top. So that will be fine. I'm going to have that over here. Look at that. That's good. Okay, that's just good. The value is, as long as the value is good, it's just fine. Okay, like that. And a little bit over here. Like the green over there. That's a little green on top. This is good. Like that. Very well. And this is too early for the reflection. I'm going to keep it like that for now. And I'm going to have a little bit red and a little bit more red. So I'm going to paint that a little bit more gray, green color. So it's not really that bright. This is bright, right? So I'm going to come over here, see it ready. That's good. A little bit soft. I'm going to keep that a little bit soft. Like that. Coming all the way onto this side. Okay, here we go. That's just the body of the shape. Okay, like that. That's good. And it's going to be a little bit lighter blue-green color, a little bit later. So now I'm going to come in over here. Just put a little bit shape on top of this. Okay, this is good. A little bit gray, this is fine. Like that. This is good. Some of the shape, the float a little bit later. Okay, this is good. Now I have the shape over there. That looks pretty good. I'm going to have a little bit more greenish color. And on top over here, I have a little bit shape on the top. That I think the curtain. Right, this is good. And this is good. And now I'm going to paint a little bit darker color at the front, the boat at the front. So I have to paint a very dark color in order to make it pop. Right? This is very important. I have to make it a little bit very, very clear. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm going to start from here, make it dark, and then coming down over here. So get the red and the present blue. This two color is very, very important to make dark color. So this is good. Like that. Wonderful. Put it right over here. See that? That's good. Okay, like that. Okay, here you go. I'm going to have this a little corner, a little bit light blue color. And maybe let go a little bit. So I don't want to have the parallel onto the other side. Okay, here we go. I'm going to have it like that. And now I'm going to come in over here. Have a little bit darker color, like this. And that's good. When I have the dark color, light color, it will make it describing the details a lot better. Now I'm going to put the dark color right in here as well. Okay, just use the flat brush. You can do it. Okay, here you go. Okay, here we go. That's good. And see that? That's good. Coming over. Just over here. That's good. And I'm going to use a little bit brown color in the bed. Okay, that's good. And the edge, the front over here, have a little bit more like that. A little bit more. That's good. That's good. Okay, that's good. And this very well. And I'm gonna paint. And here getting dry, and maybe the good time for me right now to also describe in the reflection. This is good. I'm gonna get a little bit yellow and get into this blue and the red color together. You see that this color definitely darker, right? Gonna turn out to be darker than the color that you have in the water. Okay, this is good. That's good. Now I'm gonna coming over here. Start here. Okay, that's good. And all the way here. Coming to with this dark color. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna let go of that. That's good. Like this. That's good. And I'm gonna have the kind of reflection over here. You see that that's a little bit more reflection coming over here. Okay, I don't have to make everything accurate. It's not necessary. Okay, that's good. That's good right there. And I'm gonna have coming over here, and we're gonna put a little bit more brownish color in the middle over here. So which is the wood over here. And here you go, like that. I'm gonna have this, and here we go, just the corner of this brush, and I maybe have a little bit thinner. That's good, like that. Wonderful. And okay, this is pretty good. You see that? Looks more like a water movement. Okay, coming over here, and make it a little bit more. Coming in here, a little bit more over here too. Okay, this is pretty good. Now I'm going to get a little bit darker color also. And I'm going to change to the calligraphy brush. I'm going to get a little bit more brownish color. So how do you get the brownish color? Get a little bit more yellow and the red. That's simple. Get a little bit more yellow. So this is good. That's the good color. Now when it's still wet over here, now oh, this is maybe too dark. So I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, maybe not. I'm gonna see. Okay, put the color in here. And I look at the board over here. This is good. Stop over there. And that means in the color we need to have a little bit more like that. Wood over here can come down over here. That's good. Like that. That's good. A little bit more over here. Okay. Look at it together. And I'm gonna have a little bit darker color. Get a little bit red and the blue color. Here we go. And that's a lot darker. And the bottom over here. See, this is good. Just use the wet brush. And coming to over here like this. This is good. Like that. That's good. Look at that. There's the separation. It's very, very, very well. Very, very well. Okay, that's good. Like that. And we can also have this a little bit darker. Like that. A little bit separate. Okay, that's good. And this also can be moving a little bit forward. And the head of the boat. Okay, let's make this a little bit connected. Okay, a little bit more darker. Coming over here and take a look at this light shape. Okay, right here is going to be right there. I'm going to using lifting for this. Okay, I'm going to make sure it's there right here. I'm going to keep it right here. That means the light shape would be like that. This is good. It's just a little bit up a little bit. And it become moving a little bit. This is good. Like that. A little bit shape over here. Now seeing that. Like this. This is good. A little bit shape. A little bit shape. That's good. And this is going to be a light. And then I'm going to light up a little bit right here. Okay. This is good. Very simple. When it's wet into wet. You knowing what you can do, what you need to do, right? Now I'm going to go ahead to put a little bit red color over here. And get a little bit blue, so it's not so bright. I'm going to have that right here. Okay, here you go. Like that. Okay, I'm going to have some red color on this boat, on the top over here. Here you go. Coming all the way to the top over here. That's just good. And coming over, I'm going to also have a little bit red on the top over here too. Okay, that's good. And some red color over here too. Okay, that's just good. And we're going to have a little bit brown color. So it's very easy to put things all together. You just need to have a clear mind. Okay, here you go. That's one brush stroke coming over here. That's good. And the other side have a little bit grayer. So you need to have a little bit more red and a little bit more the blue color. So it may be too dark. So I'm gonna just go a little bit pink, get a little bit more water into it. This is good. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have that a little bit more gap over there. That's just fine. And I'm gonna take a look at the inside over here. Also have the similar color. Here you go. Can be a little bit darker, so you get a little bit more pink, a little bit more blue. This is good, like that. And this can be a little bit lighter color, so that light color we don't have to leave it. Just paint on it, and we're gonna use the opaque paint. Okay, that's good. And on the top over here, that's the barrel. Okay, here you go. Here we go. Now I'm going to have the edge over here, a little bit more clear. And, all right, we're going to have the color on the top. Okay, here we go, like this. That's good. And here we go, right here. I'm going to have that coming down like this. Here we go. This is good. On the top over here, I'm going to just get a little bit more yellow, a little bit more yellow like this. I'm going to have that couple color. That's good. Okay. And I'm going to have a little bit blue, come back a little bit later. Now I'm going to paint around the light shape over here. But before I go to do that, I'm going to just have a little bit blue color. Light blue and a little green. So this is good. A little bit more. Like that. I'm going to put this color right here. Okay, that's good. I'm going to put the reflection, the color in the reflection. Also, just but a little bit darker. Just get a little bit more yellow. And have it like that. That's good. Right here. Okay, it's good. Like that. Here you go. Okay, and that's good. I'm going to have a little bit tiny more yellow. And actually, I'm going to have this. Okay, that's good. I don't want to make it too clear. That's already good in the reflection. And it's kind of interesting. We'll come back to do more a little bit later. But we're going to finish that. And the top over there, I'm just going to put a little color over here. It's already there. This is good. And that a little bit more light brown color, but a little bit gray. And take a look at the front over there. A little bit more, but it's not really so bright. Get a little bit more blue mixed into it. Okay, a little bit more like that. And we don't have to make it too clear because we will need to pull a little bit more distance. And so we're going to put this here and a little bit more. Okay, there we go. That's good. That's going to be good. Wonderful. And now I'm going to make a little bit, what color I want to be. I'm going to have a little bit more bluish color, okay, like this. That's just fine. So I don't want to make like something really jump out too much. So I'm going to have this a little bit blue to talk about the body of this boat. So I'm going to have that, connect that over here. You see that? Connect that over here. And then painting on top of this. Okay, here we go. Now, after we painting the surrounding color and the suggestions of the light shape of the scene, it would just show. This is good. I'm going to have this coming in a little bit tiny more like that. That's great. That's great. Now, I'm going to have a little bit more brown color. Okay, I got to have a little bit warmer color. And I'm going to have this a little bit more brown color like that. I'm going to have this a little bit more brown color like this. That's good. And take a look at, we're going to have that a little brown color over here. Okay, that's good. And a little bit brown color over here. But it may be too bright, but this is going to be fine. Fine. It's going to be okay. And I'm going to have this a little bit texture over here. Okay, here you go. And look at over here on this side. Now we're going to come back to this boat. And here you go, like that. And underneath, have a little bit brown color. And also down over here, have a little bit gray color. So I'm going to have a little bit gray. And here you go. Get a little bit red. So if you don't want it to be so bright, I'm going to have that. This is good. And a little bit gray. This is good. All right. And now we're going to have a little bit tiny more blue color. Okay. Here we go. On the top over here, we leave the gap. So that's for this. Okay. Now I'm going to have some really bright blue color. So this is going to be maybe the French Marine, a little bit bright. I'm going to clean the brush first. I'm going to just get that very, very bright color. Okay, a little bit more. Now here we go. Put that on the top and the side over here. Okay, like that. We leave the gap over here. That's good. And that's good. Like that. And the barrel right in the top over here. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Like that. And I have the gray color. And that's good. And now I'm going to have a little bit more bluish and blue-gray color, okay, at the bottom. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Right over here. Now, we're going to close up the body of the boat. Like a little bit over here. Yes, here we go. Okay, here we go. Like that. And I'm going to get the little bit more the green. Get a little bit more green. Just get the yellow and the blue color. We're going to have this a little bit more. Little bit more. That's good. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to put the detail and I'm going to close up the painting. Okay, and the reflection, now I'm going to make it just not around, make it a little bit more consistent, a little bit darker too. So like that, get a little bit yellow. That's just good. Now I'm going to do that one more time. So over here, I'm going to have those a little bit shape like that. Okay, here you go. Like that. This is interesting. Now I'm going to come in over here, just put down the brush, and here you go. Have that over. Now this is a lot more consistent, okay, into here. And coming on to this side, okay, here you go. Like that. Okay, here you go, like that. And here you go. Now it's a lot easier to do this kind of brush stroke. Okay, here you go. Then here you go, like this. And I can also have a little bit, a couple more shape over here. This is good, like that. And like that. This is very beautiful. You see, this is very simple, easy. And then coming onto this side. Okay, and this has become a lot darker. I'm going to get that and the blue and the red color. A little bit more blue. Okay, here we go. And like that. Ooh, beautiful. Like that. A lot deeper. Okay, this is very, very good. And also over here too. And okay, have that shape. Okay, can make that a little bit darker right at the bottom. Like that. And here we go. A little bit more shadow. That's good. Right, I'm going to come back over here to make that a little bit more clear details in the boat over here. I'm going to move this in a little bit more. That's good. And a little bit more separate. That's good. And we're going to do this in a bit. But I'm going to finish the catch the shadow. Not catch the shadow, reflection first. Okay, that's good. Like that. A lot better now. And have this and give it a little bit more simple shape like that. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm gonna let go this, come the color down a little bit more over here. That's good. Don't let it stay up over there. This is good. Now I'm gonna have a little bit darker color. Okay, a little bit red over here. Here we go. A little bit red coming in the gap over here. That's good. Like that. A little bit more clear. That's good. A little bit more clear. A little bit red over there. Okay. And seeing that color coming down like that is very interesting. I'm just going to make it this a little bit tiny softer. Okay, like that. That's good. Perfect. Now, I'm going to go into the little blue color and look at the boat on the back over here. I have a little bit blue color like that. And give a little bit more shape over here. Give a little bit more blue. And there's a little vertical like that. And then a little bit blue color on the other side. This is good. Like that. A little bit gray. Okay, a little bit tiny gray color. A little bit line over there. Okay, this is good. And the reflection. And this is fine. Looks just very nice. And I'm going to have the brown color. So get the red and the blue color together. Okay. This is going to be the first thing you have to think about how dark that would be. That's dark. So I'm going to dark color right here. Okay. So I'm thinking about how much red, how much blue. So the next thing, how to mix it. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have this come up a little bit more. I can have a little bit more coming over here. And the window. And this is good. That's good. I'm going to have a little bit blue. Okay, everything can be fun to paint. Okay, you just have to lay out the plan and see how you're going to accomplish. I'm going to have this a little bit green coming over here. And this is fine. That little shape over there. And also need to find the connection between the different part of the painting. I'm going to have this a little bit more, maybe a little bit more clear. So bring it back a little bit closer. Okay. Okay, that's good. And all right, now I'm going to tie it up and finish. Okay, this is good. Now I'm going to get the red color. Okay, this is the red color for this circles. I'm going to take a look at from here. And here you go. Like that. And have one over here. And another one over here. Okay, that's good. We're going to have to catch the shadow in a bit. Okay, and over here too. And okay, like that. And then have a little bit in the reflection. That's good. And this, a little bit shape. Like that. That's good. Now take a little bit shape over here. And take a look on the side over here. On the other side is darker color. And this coming down a little bit more. So also going to have a little bit more over here to echo that. This is good. The front over here a little bit red as well. Okay, this is good. And have a little bit shape down over here. Have a little bit more red on the table over here. And I'm going to have some darker line. There's darker line. There's dark line over here. Right, this is pretty good. I'm going to have a little thin line over here. Here you go. Okay, and I'm going to have a little bit darker color. And the dark color, that will be red and the blue. Okay, simple, very simple formula. Okay, here we go. Now the shadow. And on this side, that's good. Now you make it like three-dimensional. Okay, here we go. Like that. And there's this shadow, catch the shadow. And catch the shadow over here. And shadow on this side. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have this too, a little bit darker color. And here you go. And in the catch reflection, also have it like that too. And here you go on this side. Here we go. Now, that's good. A little bit darker here. That's good. Now I'm going to have the pole coming down. And here you go, like this. I'm going to use the gouache white. I'm going to actually have the darker and have it a little bit more clear. Okay, now I have this right over here. This is the right at the front. That's good. Okay, here we go. Like that. And the vertical line, and vertical line over here, and vertical line over there. And have a little bit line over here, and the reflection, and then the shape, the reflection, the shape of this. And here you go. Now let's come to finish that with the mix the light. Okay, and I'm gonna mix a little bit more. We're gonna clean up this opaque pink a little bit. That's just fine. I'm gonna have that a little bit yellow and the red. Okay, have that over here. Mix the white. That's just what we need. Okay, this is good. Now we're gonna see this, very important. That's good. Look at the reflection over there, and that will be here. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Coming down over here. That's good. That's good. Simple. And I'm gonna have this too, and like that. Wonderful. That's good. And having this up a little bit. There's a little bit light color on top of that, and there's also here. Okay, mix that a little bit over here, and as well as in the top of this pose. That's good. And a little bit light side of this. I'm gonna have a couple line. Okay, give a little bit more. So I just don't want to use the white mix into the paint in the palette. Okay, just keep that away from that. This is good. A little bit more over here, and I can make a little bit light shape over here. Actually, I'm gonna have that a little bit over here too, and I'm gonna have that a couple shape over there. That looks pretty good, isn't it? Also, now I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna have that little bit shadow. Okay, seeing that a little bit shadow on this side, and make it a little bit more three-dimensional, right? That's good. Maybe a little bit tiny more blue color. That's just good, like that. And it looks very nice. Now we're gonna come back to the water to see how I can make it a little bit more like a moving water. Okay, I'm gonna have that a little bit more blue, just a little bit tiny more blue. So here we go. Gonna have that a little bit shape like that. That's good. Okay, that's good. And this is a lot better already. Now I have the color a little bit moving. And a little bit couple more brush. This is good. And now looks pretty good already. All we want to do in this complex painting is to sort through the relationship and to see how we can make a better use of what we see. Okay, here you go. Can we have that? A little bit water like that. Okay, moving this angle. This is good. Like that. And over here, a little bit more blue. Gonna have a little bit more tiny more blue. Okay, a little bit more brighter blue color right in here. I'm gonna moving this in a little bit. That's good. A little bit more like that. A little bit more blue, a little bit dark over here, so it's not gonna make it so plain. Okay. And getting into this green color here too. Okay, that's good. All right, looks pretty nice. Now I'm gonna have, and you show the white, and coming over here, we can see a little bit more line. Wrap around over here, and we're gonna do a little bit later, and wrap around over here, and here you go, like that. Even have a little bit light shape over there. This is good. A little bit light shape over here, and this a little bit thicker, and a little bit more color, and we can have a little bit darker. Okay, I'm gonna mix a little bit darker color. Okay, just the red and the yellow. Okay, now this is good. Get a little bit tiny more blue. It's always the three colors. Okay, don't think it's hard. Okay, don't think it's hard. It's not hard. Okay, we all know that it's not hard. Okay, here you go, and that's good. It's the patience to accept a new way of thinking. Okay, this is good. Okay, that's good. Over here a little bit darker. That's good. A little bit line over here, like that, and this is good. I'm gonna have a little bit red mixed into the white. Okay, I'm gonna have that little bit color right on the top over here. That's the opaque. That's good. And I'm gonna have this too. Get a little bit over there, and this just looks good. Now the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just mix the a little bit more darker for the boat, okay? And you see that there's need more texture or more darker, like that. Okay, that's good. Down over here a little bit darker too. This cannot be so light. Okay. Okay, now the boat have more texture, have a little bit more weight. Okay, that's good. That's the final adjustment. Okay, and over here you can have a little bit more clear. That's good, like that. A little bit more clear. That's good. All right. All right, then this painting is finished. Now we are going to do the final painting of this round. Okay, let's see. Where is that? Okay, the paper, that's pretty good. And moving in a little bit. Okay, and then take a look at the bottom. That's good. And the top. Okay, I'm gonna use the nitty eraser and take out one more look. Okay, that's good. Okay, it looks like I need to come up a little bit more. So I'm gonna moving up a little bit tiny more. That's good. Right there. All right. Okay, now we're going to take a look at our final painting. This painting is very interesting. Let's first clean up this palette first. Okay, and let's see. I may not want to clean up all the white. I maybe use the white in this painting. We're gonna see. There's some white shape. If we can leave it, that would be great. If we can, we just use the grass white to do the final punch. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay. Thank you for joining me. We're going to take a look at how we're going to organize the mid-tone to leave the light shape, and as well as to create the interesting line and shape as the dark green color. Let's take a look. Where we're going to paint this, I want to move this whole focus a little bit higher. So it leaves a little bit more reflection over here, because the water up over here is not really that interesting. If you want to do your composition study, make it a little bit longer, okay? Longer time. Now I'm going to take a look. And I'm going to take a look at the umbrella over here. And look at that, the boat. I'm going to put it right here. If you want, you can make it a little bit bigger if you want. I'm going to put the boat right here, making the decision. Okay, like that. This is good. I'm going to have this all the way, coming all the way over here, all the way to the front, over here. That's good. right? Making that one decision at a time. Do you know what? I'm going to use the gouache to paint the the petal. So I'm going to have this. I'm not worried too much about leaving it around, okay? There's a few options for us to leave it white. We can paint around, or we can masking it, or we can, use the gouache white. So say the opaque watercolor paint. Okay, here we go. Coming over here and coming over here like that. This is good. That's the shape. Okay, that's good. And the person sitting right here. Okay, one step at a time. Okay, we seeing that the whole person in the shadow, so it's not really that bright. So you can use the gray color to paint the whole person first. And there's a little line coming down over here, so I'm gonna decide to use also the opaque paint to do that. Okay, that's good. And that's the person sitting right here, and that's going to be use of the red shade blue color, and it will be for the cat shadow. Okay, that's in the sun, a little bit brighter. Okay, that's good, like that. And then over here and all the way to the front over here, that's the petal. That's just pretty simple. All right, it looks like we already make the decisions for the most critical part. I'm going to just set a little bit tiny shape for the umbrella. Okay, here you go. Feel free to change the shape, change the size, change the location of any part, any painting, okay? Any part of the painting. This is good. Like that. And this, the shadow side. Can you see it? The shadow side over here. Like that. That's the umbrella. And this is good. Let's start the painting. Okay? When we paint, we're going to try to leave the light shape. Okay? Whatever the light shape in the reflection. The first thing, we're going to look at the water. The water is the biggest shape. So we'll try to make the biggest shape settle before going to the smaller shape. I'm going to see that this have a little bit more of this blue color. And this is good. Have a little bit tiny more present blue. This is good. And this is good. This is good. And all right. Here we go. Now I'm going to start from the top. Okay, here we go. Do a couple round over here, so making sure that the paint settle. Okay, over here coming down. And when they come down to the umbrella, I'm going to paint around the shape. Okay, here you go. Okay, that's good. Like that. So when I paint around it, and the paint will also moving around, so you don't want to have the paint have the texture like that. So you're going to paint over here, and don't need to worry about the person, because in the shadow is going to have the blue color. So I'm going to have that over here. Yeah, just thing like that. And this is fine. I'm going to continue mixing more color. Okay. Just these two colors together. Okay, here we go. Going on this side. Now when you're coming to the boat, here you go. Painting a little bit around the boat. That's good. On the top over here, I'm going to have that coming over. That's good. A little bit over. And more over. That's good. I'm going to keep a little bit light shape on the arm. That's good. Other than that, I'm going to paint cross just over. Okay, you may be scared but it's okay. All right, I'm going to coming over here. Okay, and then I have the top of the boat a little bit lighter. Like that. That's good. Okay, going over here. Take care of the bigger shape. That's good. All right, we're going to have some line crossover, and also the boat can be also have the blue color. So paint over here. Now take a look at the reflection. This is actually this whole shape over here included reflection already. So I'm gonna have it like this, and coming down over here, have some dry brush, and seeing that a little bit white on top of this, and this is good. And now in the front over here, it's just going to paint like this. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna have that a little line crossover, and I have some line crossover. That's okay. Okay, don't be afraid of it. Okay, it's always a way we can make it work. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna make a little line at the top over here too. Okay, so see a little water ripple. Okay, that's good. Water movement. That's good. In the front over here, continue. And maybe a little bit more of the brighter blue color. This is good, like that. I'm gonna have a little big shape, Like look at that, and this is gonna be here. Have a little big shape, but we can use the opaque white. Okay, not too much worry. Okay, that's good. Take care of the larger area. Have fun with this. Okay, that's good. Have a little bit soft line crossover. Okay, that's good. That's good. And let's take a look. And what we're going to do right now, we can paint a little bit into the umbrella. But most important, this is still wet. So we don't want to do that right now. So I'm going to have a little big shape into the umbrella. So here we go. This two blue color. Here you go. Just not much paint. Okay, not much water. Like that. And you think about the yellow color on the umbrella. Don't worry about. We can always use opaque paint. Okay, here we go. I'm going to have that coming over here. And here you go. That's good. And a little bit darker color on the edge. Okay, like that. Leave a little gap if we can. Okay, that's good. And that's the first option. Okay, that's good. And the bottom over here. That's good. Have a little bit bottom over here. That's good. And the top. And getting very interesting. Get a little bit blue. Perhaps some blue, a little bit green shade. Okay, like that. This is good. And I can make this whole shape on the light side to be a little bit. You can't actually get all the color the way it is. You have to modify it. Okay. Hey, this is good. I'm going to leave that a little bit light shape over here. Okay, that's good. That's just the foundation. That's good. And then the top over here, I'm going to make it a little bit softer, tiny softer. This is good. That's too much water. I'm going to have this moving back up a little bit. Okay, that's good. Okay, and the bottom over here, I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit tiny darker, like at the angle, like that. The shape, like this. That's good. And the angle of that. Now, after you're painting all this, and this is very, this is going to be softer a little bit later, but don't want to do it right now. When you do it right now, it's going to be very, very, making it very uncontrollable texture, okay? And we can wait until it dries. And let me wipe off the wet around the painting. That's just fine. There's a little bit too much texture, but I like that texture. I like that texture over there. So not worry too much. Now is ready to go into the boat. Maybe. Not exactly. This is still getting dry. Not just yet. Now let's test the green color. Okay, I'm going to take this and let's test the green color. right here. You see, you may be thinking about the green color lighter than the blue color. It's not, as any color can be dark, right? This is green color, contain the color of the blue. Okay, coming over here. That's good. Okay, look at it again. Now coming down over here. As long as you don't put too much water in the brush, and it'll be fine. Okay, it's not going to be out of control. This is good. Like that. And I'm going to have something very, very dark. I'm going to get this, get a little bit blue, and get a little bit tiny yellow. So that's good. And I'm going to do this over here, right here. Here you go, like that. That's good. Oh, beautiful. And maybe a little bit tiny higher. Okay, right here, from here. Wonderful. A little bit tiny higher. That's good. Okay. And I'm gonna coming over here. That's good. Ooh, I really like that. So now continue. Coming to the top over here. And that's good. Now coming down over here. Now every minute is the situation different. It's getting drier and drier. That's good. Over here. And now make this a little bit softer. Okay. Because we decided we're going to paint the petal with opaque paints. So it's not worried too much about right now. Just put it over here. And coming over. That's good. Now over here. And try to use a comfortable process and technique so that you don't have to try to manage 1,000 things, a million things at once. Okay, this is good. Now I'm going to have that, the reflection over here. Okay, like that. Here we go. Now, here we go. That's good. Yeah, like that. A little bit curved line. Okay, have a little bit something over here, a little hook. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to use this color for the whole reflection. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go, like this. A couple. Now here we go. And maybe a little bit more greenish color. Okay, you see that? How quickly this painting can come together to create the big impression, the big balance. That's very important. Okay, here you go. Now coming over here. Okay, now I'm going to have the lines a little bit more soft and certain. Now I'm going to have this. If you want to be darker, you got to have the blue and the red color together. Okay, get a little bit more blue, and if you have a little bit more tiny more yellow, just take a little bit more yellow in here. This is good. So add a little bit tiny more water, because this could be, okay, this good. Now I'm going to come in here to take a look at that. That's good. Make sure it's dark enough, right? That's coming in the back over here. Okay, that's good. A little bit more clear. Like that. That is a little bit curved. That's good. Like that. Wonderful. And I'm going to have a little bit darker color down over here. And the back over there, I'm going to have a little bit darker color, definitely a little bit more yellow. Oh no, the blue and the red color, right? I'm going to have that over here, like that. Here you go. Make it even darker. Okay, here you go. And make this line a little bit more clear. Here you go. That's good. And the front over here. Okay. And here you go. Continue. And then get down to the bottom over here. And I'm going to have that, a little line, come cross over. That's good, like that. Okay, keep it going. That's the boat. You see that? That's very interesting already. Okay, now I'm gonna coming over here to start having some line. Like that. Having some line crossover. Okay, practice with this brush more. And you can accomplish almost everything you want with just a combination of this flat and the calligraphy brush. That's just good. Now getting that, very nice. Now what I want to do, I'm going to have a little bit reflection, just lift up a little paint. So make this a little bit more like a water reflected up over here. That's just good, like that. And a reflection over here, also a little bit light as well. Doesn't have to be that light. That's just good. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit brownish color in the reflection. Okay, just get a little bit more red into the green. That could be it. Maybe a little bit darker brown. Okay, that's good. Like that. A little bit more red. Take a little green. That's good. Let's see. That's just the result of the petal. Okay, here you go, like that. I'm gonna have that a little bit more gray color, and here's that. This is good. And okay, get a little bit gray color because there's a box at the front. So get a little bit gray color. Why don't we paint a little bit gray color at the top first? Okay, this is pretty simple. I'm gonna paint this. Here you go, like that. And coming down, have a little bit more, and have a little bit light line. Okay, here you go. That's good. A little bit darker right over here, like that. That's good. And then over here we have the gray color. That's reflected. Okay, that's good. And I'm gonna have a few more lines like that. And there's a few more lines coming over here all the way to the end over here. Okay, and a little bit darker. Get a little bit darker right here, wet into wet. Beautiful. Now we're gonna looking at the person, okay, and the reflection of the person. Okay. Now, and this is getting dry, but no worry. Let it sink a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm gonna paint the person. Okay. Let's take a look at the person is in the shadow. So we're just gonna put a little bit darker brown color on the face. Here we go. Okay, here you go, like this. That's good. Look at the whole head. Okay, like a little big circle coming in here. Look at the head can be a little bit tiny lower. So I'm gonna have that coming a little bit more to the left side. That's good. Like that. Pretty good. And the whole thing in the shadow, right? Gonna have the ear. I can paint the whole shape. I'm gonna have the darker color on top of this. And look at this. The arm. That's good. Coming on to this side. Here we go. Like that. And there's the arm. That's good. And nice. I'm gonna have that a little shape, a little bit orange color. We can do that. And that's good. I'm gonna have a little bit darker color. It's just for the head, for the hair, right? Okay, this is good. I'm gonna have that just a little bit. Okay, think about how wet your paint is. If you're too wet, come back later. Okay, careful. Just put a little color, and this is good enough. We don't want to put too much wet. Okay, here you got the back over here. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to take a look. I'm going to leave the top over here as a gap. Now I'm going to paint this shape, the back of the seat. That's good. Like that. Very good. That's good. A little bit coming over here. Or we can add that blue color a little bit later. Okay, that's good. Like that. And let's take a look at the this is still wet, so I'm not gonna paint the opaque color that early. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker. Okay, a little bit over here too. Okay, like that. I'm gonna cut a little bit over there. And while we're talking about this, it's going to be soon. We're going to go back to the hair. And let's take a look at the reflection of the person. Okay, this is good. I'm going to have this get a little bit more gray. Now take a look at over there. That's right on this shape. Coming down over here like this. Okay, here you go. Like that. And the back. Okay, make sure it's a vertical line. Okay, that's good. Okay, here we go. That's good. I'm going to have a little bit brown color. Okay, a little bit more brown, which is a little bit more red and yellow. Okay, get a little bit yellow. Get a little bit red. This is good. Like that. Good. And a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Like that. A little big shape over here. And then the face, the head. And about here, just keep a couple line. That's good. And like that. And I'm gonna have a little bit darker color for the seat over here. I'm gonna have even a little bit darker. Okay, like that. Now, right here, gonna have that shape. That's just good. Okay, like that. That's good. Very good. This looks like a reflection of the person. And a little bit coming to the back over here. Like that. That's good. Okay, very good. I'm going to have a little big line like this coming over. Okay, the back over here, there is a... Okay, there's a couple details. And that's good. There's an anchor coming down over here. And here you go. Like that. And the anchor right here. That's good. The anchor. Here you go. Like that. Looks just very nice. And I'm going to come over here to make it a little bit darker. Why don't we just go to finish the hair? Okay, that's good. And the front has some hair like that. This is good. And the back have some hair. Okay, that's good. Good. And then we can give a little suggestion for the sunglasses. Okay, this don't need to be so dark. Okay, just put that shape over here. Just be patient. You can do it. Okay, it's easy. Okay, like that. Okay, that's good. The bottom over here, the chin, can be a little bit shadow. That's good. Okay, can be a little bit tiny more red color. Okay, a little bit tiny more red. That's good. Make it the face a little bit warmer. That's good. All right. That's good. Now I'm going to take a look at the shirt over here in the back. little bit darker here like that. And under the arm, there's some reflection. That's good. Okay, those are simple when you're painting the detail. I think most important, and you probably know it, is to getting the connection of all the larger area. Okay, when you get to the smaller area, it's always easy to paint. Okay, all right, I'm gonna paint that line. I'll paint that line. That's a simple thing, but getting the balance, which is very abstract, and this is very become more challenge. Now I'm going to use the blue color right from here. Now here we go. Now I'm going to paint that onto the catch the shadow of the. I'm going to have a little bit more brighter French ultramarine. I'm going to have that coming over here, even darker than the water. That's good. Like that, a little bit more. That's good. That's okay. That's good. Like that. Okay, and the front over here. All right, getting nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, over here. Filled in the white shape over there. And get a little bit red color at the head, at the front over here. Can I have that? Okay, this is good. Now, I think we're ready to paint the petal. So now I'm gonna come to get the yellow, quite a bit yellow, and maybe just a little bit tiny red. Okay, put it over here before we mix in with the white. Okay, get a little bit yellow. That, here we go. More yellow. Okay, here we go. That's good. Now I'm going to take a little bit more opaque. That would make it easier to cover. Okay, here we go. Now, take a look at from here. And here we go, like that. Okay, that's good. No big deal. Now I'll take a look at the end is going to be here, right? So we're going to have this a little bit over here, like that, over, coming all the way here. That's good. And come all the way here. Okay, and now make this, the head up here is a little bit more bigger, like that. Simple. Okay, this is good. And this is the light area. I'm going to have a little bit more white and the light area in the top over here. You see that there's a little bit lighter, like that. Perfect. Now pop a lot more. And on the edge over here, a little bit lighter. Now you can see how to use this. And it's very, very easy. Now I'm going to mix a little brown color. And we don't need the opaque white, which is paint into the light area. So I'm going to just get a little bit red and with this. And this is good. Get a little bit yellow then. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to paint on this side. Now, here you go. Now, a little bit darker. That's good. Beautiful. Now it shows. Now on the shadow side of this, painting onto here. That's is good. Now I'm going to paint a little bit suggestions for the hands. I'm going to just use the white. Use the hand right here. That's good. More white. Make it jump out a little bit more. That's good. Like that. And this is good. And we can have a little bit more blue color. Just cover a little bit. And this come up a little bit. Okay, that's good. Like that. Have a little bit shape. And this, that's good. Now I'm going to also use the opaque white to take care of the shape, the light shape. When I have that coming over here. Okay, here we go. A little bit more. Here we go. Like that. Perfect. Also, a little bit light shape over there too. That's Very good. And also gonna put a little bit light shape right here, like that. That's good. I'm gonna put a little light shape over here too. That's just pretty easy. Now also gonna have a few dot over here, a little big few dot over here, and that's good. All right, that's very easy, very easy. Now I'm gonna take a look over here. I'm gonna let go. There's a little bit too much. I'm gonna let go the paint. Just wipe it off. That's good. Now the petal looks very good. Okay. And now I can use, I think the white shape is pretty good. Now I'm going to painting the reflection, the line. And the painting is getting closer and closer to the end. I'm going to get a little bit red. And here you go. I'm going to get a little bit more blue. That's just good. Look at it. That's just good. I'm going to have this a little bit more clear. That's just good. I'm going to have that a little bit more clear. Here you go. The bottom over here, a little bit more clear. That's just good. And like that, a little bit more clear. Okay. Have a little bit shape like that. That's just good. That's a little bit more clear. And I'm going to have the water at the front over here. Like that. I'm going to have this. Look at it. There's right over here. It has a dry brush like that. Coming crossover. That's good. That's good. Have it over here. Have a little big shape coming crossover. That's good. Have a little big shape like that. That's good enough. Very nice. Okay, that's good. A little bit dark over here. And the reflection. And catch the shadow of this. Like that. Coming down. And this over here. Connect that over. And have the catch the shadow. Coming down over here. And coming over here. And continue. Like that. Very good. And coming, give a little big shadow on the person. Okay, here you go. That's good. Okay, here we go. Like that. A little bit darker color. That's good. Alright. Over here can be a little bit tiny darker. That's just good. I think that looks very nice already. And before we're going to draw the lines for the pose, and now we're going to softening the water over here. That's a little bit too much, right? So I'm gonna just use the water, only the water. Okay, maybe later I can also have a little bit blue color. So I'm gonna see just very soft. Just soften this. So that's good. Look at that. Very easy, simple fix. Okay, like this. Can soften that a little bit more. A little bit more softer. Okay, don't do too much. Okay, if you leave too much, it's gonna create too much texture, and the painting looks very dry, too dry. It's gonna be like that. So it's pretty good. I'm gonna break the line over here, make it a little bit softer over here too. Oh, pretty nice. That's not much. Okay, over here. I'm gonna have this line, this light shape cross over, extend it as well if I want to. I'm gonna have this a little bit subtly later. Okay, this is good. That's all set. All set. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put a little bit colorful color onto the umbrella, and waiting for the water area to dry. Right, I'm gonna have that just a little bit more like that. Okay, a little bit more, just the orange color, and get the yellow color, and get the white, and that's it. Right, so get just the red, and like this. like that. It's good. I already have enough light shape, so I may not really need the white. I'll probably use the yellow. Okay, a little bit more like that. So get the yellow. Okay, here we go. Have maybe a little yellow like that. And a little yellow over there. Okay, this is good. And I think this is good. And the reflection over here. Now I'm going to have a little bit more yellow like that. And mostly a little bit more blue and the red color. I got a little bit blue. And like that right here. Okay, a little bit more like that. A little bit more. That's good. And I'm going to have a little bit white shape. Okay, a little bit more. This is kind of dark color. Just a little bit dark, a little bit more clear. Now I'm going to have this also a little bit dark. Like that. That's good. Okay, and I'm going to use the white shape. Okay, use a little bit white and suggest that. And here you go. That's the umbrella. Okay, now on this side it's just the shadow. So I'm going to leave it like that. There, it looks fine. Okay, now I'm going to paint the line. Okay, the shadows is good. Now it's also over here. I'm going to have the little bit softer shape like this and let it show a little bit. So on this side, have a little bit shape coming crossover. That's good. Like that. A little bit, not really that dark. Okay, a little bit shape. Crossover. That's good. Little bit shape. Okay, that's good. Over here, a little bit darker too. Okay, that's good. Like that. Now the water looks good. And a couple more. Cross over. That's good. Alright, now I'm going to draw the pose and finish the painting. And also some vertical line and the umbrella. Okay, here we go. And this is good. Okay, that's good. Now let's see. This line is more important. Like from here all the way to here. Right? So I'm going to have this all the way. Oh, this is still wet. I don't want to do that. When this is wet, I'm going to just do the vertical line in the middle of the umbrella. Okay, first. Here's the white. Okay. And do here. That's good. Hold your breath. Okay. Okay, the reflection here too. More coming down like this. That's good. Like that. Alright. That's wonderful. Maybe too light though. I'm gonna have just a little bit gray color on top of it. Okay, that's good. And I'm gonna have a little light on the top here. Okay, and also on the top over here. Give it a little bit shape up there, like that. And this a little bit more clear. That's good. A couple more shape in the middle over here. Looks like the star or something. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good for the umbrella. Maybe a little bit more clear. And over here, a little bit more clear. That's good. A little bit more clear. Okay, that side. A little bit more shadow. That's good. Getting the form. Pretty nice. Maybe a little light shape at the edge while we are waiting for the background to be ready. Okay, here we go. A little bit over here. And that's good. Right. Very good. Now we're gonna paint the wire. Not the wire. The pole. The dark line. Okay, here we go. Makes it a little bit darker. Yeah, take your time, okay, and have fun. Making very little decision every time. Okay, that's good. Oh, while we're doing that, why don't we just also make this a little bit more shadow, a little bit more clear. That's good, like that. All right, now this is getting ready. I'm gonna try a little bit more, like that. Okay. Take a look at where it's coming from, okay, and where's the end. Okay, here we go. Right from here, going into there. Okay, that's good. All right, make up your mind. Okay, that's good. And a little bit thicker. Perfect. That's simple. I'm gonna have a little bit detail over here. It's just have to hold your breath. Okay, that's good. Like that. And then over here, there's a little bit darker here too. And I'm gonna paint there. And over here, I'm gonna have this one. Okay, that's good. Coming down a little bit. And coming down over here. Directly coming down in front of him. Okay, right here. There we go. Okay, that's good. Like that. Alright, now I'm going to have this a little bit curved. Okay, here I go a little bit softer. And alright. There's a little bit light shape. A little bit over here. Okay, that's good. Okay, couple more dry brushes like that. Okay, that's good. Some light shape over here. And a couple more light shape over here. That's good. A little bit light shape over here. A little bit light shape in here. That's good. Alright, it's getting pretty nice. Now we just need to add a little bit orange color for the leg, for the knee is right in here. That's good. Like that. And as well as make it feel like this is the fingers in the sun. Okay. It has been a long journey on this painting, but this is very fun. And thank you very much for liking my videos, and I will see you next time.